Yeah, so you guys are currently at the very beginning of a tarmac, kind of huddled down under a few slabs of cobble, copper, and Ripley has been infested, is the proper word, by Vance Fillmore, who is coming into his own and overtaking the skin of Ripley, and they're kind of battling for mental domain over who's present and occupied at the moment. And so you're all waiting to make that push. You guys need a cobble craft to get out of Cobbletown. We've already established you're looking for the phylactery, and you guys do not believe it would be on Cobbletown. What's up?
Was there a plate of food that was on the counter?
With banana and a little bit of bread?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you throw it away?
Yes. There's like 3 pieces of banana.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Well,
My son will.
well, if it makes you feel better, I ate the banana, so.
I don't think feel better.
It's fresh. I'm eating my own son's meals. It teaches him a lesson.
Great father.
Yeah. You don't know this morning. No. No.
All right, I'm eating your meal.
Yeah. Yeah, now phrase the question, like, do you want me to not eat your meal? No. Okay. All right. Sweet. And yeah, I think Cole made a very good point where he said that the compliment or doctors you can trust good later enough to hold the phylactery here. So you guys X'd this off of the possible locations for the phylactery. And don't forget the portal, which is also key to you potentially returning back to Hardest. And if you destroy the portal, you also destroy Daku's chances of ever returning, if it is to be believed that he can only create it through the carcass of a dead god. The god is dead here, so there's not another one to kill here. But all of that aside, you have one objective now, which is to find a ship. And we will do that now. Okay. You guys are sitting at the beginning of the tarmac. You've taken your short rest, but you guys have not had a long rest since you went and before you went and revived Vance Wilson. Yes, they are. I should have messaged you and been like, hey, you left them here.
I just wouldn't notice until today.
Yeah.
And honestly, you might have. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks, so
It might have, yeah. There we go. Okay. Ishtik will kind of be looking, staring out of one of the little openings in the cobblecraft, and just staring at the mayhem that's out in front, which is the tarmac. And after it appears that after you guys had created havoc in the ship, that the tarmac has gotten increasingly more chaotic and insane. He's just kind of staring with this weird glee and excitement. He's the only one here that seems to be
into it. I'll ask, is this feeling what the Bastard Lands is to you?
He just, without taking his eyes away, he nods. Look. And he goes, it looks like the throat of the Bastard Lands. His fingers are just kind of twitchy. And he looks and he kind of snaps out of it and goes, if I don't make it out of here, and you do, find, he says, find the pillar of fire just east of here.
And you what there?
He goes, there is a hideout. And I have some friends there that can help you.
Okay, well, let's just make sure you get through.
We're coming through.
He goes, I hope so, but I just feel like the throat is going to swallow. And we all might not make it out.
Is this talking right now?
Ishtik.
Is it surprising that he said to his friends?
The only person you've ever met that Ren has been Jessa Stacks. And so he might be exaggerating the term.
I like that.
And as you guys look out, there is only one word that latches onto the tarmac at first sight. Bedlam. And not in any familiar way. An entire new flavor of terror. This is a feast of Bedlam, where chaos boils. Over 200 crazed madmen and women are out there battling. The trail on the battlefield in front of you never stops turning on itself like a scorpion eating its own tail. A snake eating its own tail, sorry. Oh, scorpions can't. I mean, I guess they could sting themselves. Over 200 lunatics have splintered into feral gangs, all twitching with mania, locked in devilish dance that would make the all hells blush. Cobblecraft dogfights rip through the sky just barely above the tower, shredding the air with metal fangs, their deadly shrapnel spitting down onto the heads of would-be victors below. The parked ships are battlegrounds in and of themselves, epicenters of bloody frenzies as attackers clash with defenders, each eyeing the promise of escape, a prize as hollow as it is deadly. But as any ship dares to break free, and this is what you guys have seen over the hour of watching, and shoots towards the sky, it's gobbled up by unforgiving teeth. Escaped attempts explode in midair, scattered by ruins across the ground, with the holes of smashing into the tarmac. You guys will see that not only is like if somebody takes off, they become like the feast of what's happening, but also the Cobbleman's ship, way off in the back, is just taking pop shots at anyone that's getting over the bow of the town. Anyways, the gunnery seems to be still active. It's a storm that is almost immediately pulls you into its claws as it wins over your mind. We must get to a cobblecraft. We must make it out. There are 4 parked ships laying across the tarmac. You guys are here. This is the tarmac. There's not one. These are not. Don't look. But they're blue are the ships. There's one ship here, and then there are some ships. There's a ship here, and 2 in the back. It is 10-foot squares. You can see that these are all highly contested prizes. Closest is a skull-shaped cobblecraft. It's fitting. It's fitting. Oh, never mind. Currently, amongst its attractors is a gang of gnolls who are relatively outside of a bigger brawl between 2 other gangs. The gnoll gang seems to be moving together towards the craft. If you want this ship, or even to pass this group of gnolls, is your likely first encounter. And this is the ship that is laying over there. You guys can tell that further and across the way, you guys see the most fought-after ship on the tarmac. The one down there, the blue one. This is the beautiful Incumbent, which I believe was...
Which is where?
That's the blue, the second blue one, kind of closest to you. Yes.
That's the nicest looking one.
Yeah. And I'll get you, and it's massive, too. Let me get it for you.
Yeah, it's like I grabbed my brightness. That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it fun?
That's awesome. We just got it, so it's weird. But I don't know. It's weird.
First time.
Reviews.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
did it get into the stud? Because you don't want to be down in the dialogue. It's
fucking brute strength.
I got a new stud.
We'll find out later.
I figured you got better because we
You gotta have something.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that's also at work. We put up J-hooks all the time. We
TVs.
Yes, the TV. Although the TV you were there when we did that. That was terrifying.
That one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even if you have like one-fifth the size, it's still terrifying. Because you're like, what if I'm like walking and then the whole thing just...
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and the arm was going like... Every time you move, so we don't move that team.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the stud I'm worried about, it's the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming the actual TV like holder is suited for that weight.
Rated for the weight, but it's rated real close to the weight. And if you pull down as you're pointed out, you're adding pounds to that weight, so it's kind of fair. Okay, this is the incumbent that is parked. Massive. One of the biggest ships you've seen short of Death's Most Glorious. And that is there are crazed warriors swarming over it like ants on honey, which leaves a small sliver on the left side of the tarmac. So green blobs are going to be essentially mobs of people. Every 40-foot wide hex or square is going to be a mob of people. And in the mobs of people, there's probably 20 to 30 people, all kind of rushing and pushing in their own way. It clearly is the biggest ship, but it's also the most risky. It is probably going to be the most likely ship to get you off the tarmac successfully. Near the end of the tarmac are two other options laying across the opposite sides of the field. On one side, you guys see a ship that looks like this. And these two ships look like groups have kind of already won them, and now we're just defending. Anyone that comes to attack them is waiting for their opportunity to actually take off. This is one of the ships here. This ship looks, God bless you. Looks quite large and beefy. It obviously has this giant wheel-like structure in it. And the other ship is this one here. Very slim, narrow. This looks like an incredibly fast ship.
Is it okay if we write the associating letter with
Yeah.
the dots?
Oh, absolutely.
Can I make?
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, before.
Can I make like a capture check to see if any of these ships have any sort of like deficiencies or like
Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, so do you mind just? So this is blue. Which one's this?
So those two are sorry, those are just mobs right now. Those are just two mobs.
These two blue.
Yeah.
That's the green.
That's a
Green mobs.
That's sure.
Great.
For sure. And those two over there are ships.
Oh, okay. I was kind of yeah.
So this is the skull.
You were right. SMS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can hardly see that.
maybe a different one. There we go.
There we go.
And this is
What's this one? The
That's the big ship. You just write big. No, you guys know the name.
Those are just random enemies.
No, these are the kind of the nulls that I mentioned.
Oh.
They're kind of owning this part for yourself.
Mhm.
so nice.
And then there's these two as well, right?
Yes, the one on the back right is the big wheel.
Is this back right?
No.
That's
Yeah, that's back right.
I don't know where you.
Yeah. Okay. And then this is the one that's got like the little crescent moon. It's very slim, very quick. What did you get on your patcher check?
25.
Well, 25.
Moon.
Yeah. Crescent.
Well, I will tell you that you're asking for deficiencies.
Yeah, I just want to see if any of them would like, if we get up in the air, they're like, there's something wrong with them, or they would be the first to like fall.
So I'll tell you that they, for the most part, are all operational.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to have the weakest defenses right here, the skull.
Okay.
This is going to be the greatest one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this could withstand the most amount of hits, the most amount of shots, and it seems like everyone knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that with a 25, you can tell that this thing is built for getting away.
Mhm.
This is like a getaway machine, it seems.
Okay.
Probably going to have very good statistics when it turns to dashing,
Mhm.
and the evade skill is probably going to have a bunch of bonuses. And
So you don't even have to worry as much about defense with that thing.
yep,
Actually,
just get in and take off. And that is the end of the tarmac out there.
Okay.
Yes.
And then for the huge one, do we think that a party our size could operate that successfully, like without problems?
Yeah, you think that, I mean, it's going to have all of the normal spots, but
Mhm.
the only thing is it's going to probably have multiple gunner spots that you're not going to be able to take advantage of,
Gotcha.
and potentially multiple patcher locations, but
I mean,
you
we
have
have
one of each.
companions, right?
You have companions that can do sleep, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got one of each, so really all you need to fly a ship is a pilot,
Hmm.
Sure.
and then the gunner helps as well, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, the question is all of your piloting skill because it's what piloting is what skill? Dexterity?
No, piloting, I believe, is wisdom. I think you guys have the...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's wisdom. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Gunner's dexterity, Primath and Charisma. Scout is also wisdom. Patcher is intelligence.
Okay, this dick's just kind of like, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Should we make a choice now before we start rushing in? We should probably go for it. Do we try and get all the way down to the one that can get us out quick, avoid the mob that's going for the huge ship? Or do we want to try and use the mob to our advantage and go for the big ship?
I say go for the big ship.
Okay,
I think we can't settle for something less than best right now.
it's fair. I mean, I think those two are the best, so I want to hear from the other two in the party.
That's a getaway machine.
Yeah, I was thinking the speed is key.
It's really far away.
But I'm not thinking about we can get out of here. I believe in us. But
long term.
long term, we need
Mhm.
something that's going to actually stand up to something.
Yep.
It's specifically to we're going to get toe to toe with the Common Man's crew. So,
And
yeah.
Ishtik will say, oh, no, never mind.
What's that, boy? All right. So how do we want to do this? I can try and kind of whip the crowd into a frenzy. We can try and use that to our advantage, get people fighting other people and try and sneak in. Because I feel like if we come in guns a-blazing, magic a-blazing,
It's gonna draw attention.
it's going to draw attention and we'll be fighting everyone at that point. How, estimate how big is the crowd around the huge ship?
Oh my gosh, that alone is probably 180 people.
And you said the left side is kind of open?
Yeah, but the left side would be going pretty much all the way around the ship. So this is the ship itself.
Right.
This is the only side that there's a little bit of an avenue.
Gotcha.
We can get.
Either way, you're going to push your way through a mob,
Mm-hmm.
a portion of a mob. But
All right. What do we have here? The potions of possibility that give me the wizard's divination dice, that just lasts until I use it, right?
it'll last a day.
Okay. I'm gonna take one.
Great, so roll a d20.
15.
Okay, so you could use that and supplant that for any d20 roll that you or somebody else rolls.
Well, it's instead of 5 minute timer.
And are these green ones also mobs, or is this the breed?
Those are mobs.
Okay.
Yes. Should you find yourself trying to run through a mob or get caught in a mob, there will be rules for that.
Okay.
What if we flew that one to this?
I was about to say that.
How long does it take to start, operate, and
Get a ship going.
It'll probably be like a minute. You guys will need to hold it off for a little bit and defend it off.
I think I might have an idea.
You said this basically just applies to that, right? The Misty form.
You no, you don't. Just don't. You can do everything except you don't heal from life drain.
Okay. Okay, but I can use Life Drain. You just don't heal from it. And then, what's the weather like right now?
The weather, it's fine. It's nice out,
Okay.
like it always is. A little hot.
Is there sun in the sky?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no fog, right?
Yeah.
Figured it out.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna hijack this ship. This chick's gonna get on it. We're gonna get it ready for him. He's gonna pilot it. He's gonna crash it. Yeah. But what I'll do is before he crashes it, I can vortex warp him out within 90 feet of him.
Okay.
So
we get up to here.
we got here.
Crashes.
He'll crash around here.
Mhm.
Hopefully, mob will disperse.
We just gotta hold the ship for a minute.
We can hold this one for a minute.
Okay. And then
So
once
we
that
take out
takes
these
off,
guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is also a group back here that is currently holding this ship,
Okay.
but they're kind of currently defending it from a bunch of groups of other people.
And these guys look like they're going towards it,
They
right?
kind of are. They're sitting there. They're just defending their old ground against the mobs on either side of them, slowly working their way through.
It's gonna be great. No, it's gonna be,
this is gonna be awesome.
this is literally infallible.
What?
Infallible.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody's health like.
Amazing.
It's fine.
Worry about it.
I'm gonna go up first and try and convince them to help us. Like we can band together and take this, and then we can turn on them.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. You're gonna turn the corner,
Yeah. So
fighting a couple of
Yeah.
people.
I'm gonna go up and I say, "Let's take that skull ship. Let's take these guys out.
And he goes, just you.
Just me and the party that's coming with me."
And he just looks behind. Are you guys stepping out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how-
Okay, you all step out. And he goes, and why don't we just kill you? You got a lot of nice stuff that'll help us take that ship.
We can kill each other after, but if we work and we kill them, then we can fight.
Give me persuasion. Right?
I'm gonna use that wizard's dice. So that's a 26.
A 26? And he'll go, if one of them looks so funny, until then, the ship is on. It's initiative.
Just figured mine out a little bit. Oh, Jesus Christ, initiative is always so bad. Your pardon.
Oh boy.
Let's do this.
Let me see which dice is hot.
Fair. That's honestly that's a smart way to start things.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I like.
I got it in order.
I like to get low initiatives. That way I can get high.
That's why I got 3 of them. There's always one that's hotter than the other one. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going with this one.
It's you today, buddy. What?
It's your initiative thing.
Oh yeah. It's on burger.
Where'd you do?
Oh, I'm 6. For initiative. Nice. At least I know you're always lower.
Okay. 20 plus.
That's cute.
All right.
Everybody's keeping quiet.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, gosh.
We'll let them get killed first.
Yep, we can let them, get up there, take your damage.
Really favorite really bad.
I'm assuming.
We're all around the corner.
Yeah, I think we're all coming
We
up
can
here.
totally do it because Ryan's taking a very long time.
Yeah. Well, they all rolled high because he's writing them all down. And what companions do we have? Ripley,
You got all.
Mystic. We have all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than obviously Taran's gone.
Let's see Tarans.
15 to 20?
15.
I think that's the only high number.
Yeah. Yep.
High number for the party.
Yeah.
I swear so.
So much.
So these are.
Yeah. It's so much.
Ryan, 10-foot squares.
Yeah.
We crawling.
I'm gonna be dashing like nobody's business, dude. Insane.
Santies. Yeah. It's somebody got a ship. Something hard. Somebody got a ship, and then they're taking off. And so it's Santies.
I love it.
I love all the memes. I don't.
10 to 15?
Oh, it's 15.
Okay. 5
Jump rush.
6.
8.
But all the memes where it's like everybody else in the party is dead and it's just the bard left and it's just some guy like dancing as he's crying.
What did you two get?
8.
6. Real question is what did Steph get? Perfect.
Oh,
So
that is
the
all
last
I want.
to heal us after we've gotten hit. So it works out.
I'll just give you the coin
What did
preemptively.
you get, Steph?
I got a 2.
So honestly,
I literally roll that for initiative every time.
yeah, you do. What,
I think
what's worse?
you're consistently the last one every time, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fix it.
See, look.
Consistency is key. Noodles.
Okay.
I rolled a 15. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 3 layer stuff. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. The warlock that is with you, the Null Warlock, has given his orders to his compatriots on what they need to do. Should they need to turn on you, and he will cast Fairy Fire. Is it 20 feet? I think.
Let me check. Yeah, I think so.
It might be 20-foot radius.
I think it's that.
I think it's
20-foot cube.
Cube. Okay,
Yeah,
so
alright,
then
you're
you'll
right.
get those 3. When they will make dex saves. Success, fail. The orc will fail,
Right.
but the other 2 will succeed.
Does that, because we're sort of companions at the moment, will that advantage count towards us as well? Like, will we get advantage on that?
I think it just says any attacker attacking them.
Oh,
so yeah,
okay.
I don't think it says.
Yes. No, that's cool.
That's why it's not a good spell, because you might cast it on your
Right, your allies, and then the enemy gets.
Right. The battle mage then goes. Who's the one back there? The fairy. And
There's the battle mage.
Fire.
Yeah, probably. This kind of reminds me of the music from Doom.
I know, right?
Like
It's
the
good soundtrack.
Doom.
He'll go fireball right here.
Did we level up on the last one?
No.
No.
Okay.
So that'll be everybody except your dog. And then those 2 guys.
So
It makes a dex saving throw.
there's 6 people caught in it. These us 4, and then 2 people.
And then those 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then all of the pink are them as well?
That's your Knolls that just turned and is joining you in the battle.
Okay.
Said it's a dex save.
Yeah.
Uncanny dodge also.
Use a dex save.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
dex save, please.
18.
15.
18,
He got 8. I got 15.
15, 18,
12.
12. The 12 will fail, but you'll succeed, and then you'll take another half. 9.
Oh, wait. Where are we?
2 fire damage. Everyone halves 20 fire damage to 11. Avon, you'll have it again.
Okay.
I'm resistant.
Do you have evasion?
No, not
So
yet.
then you
That's
have-
why I was. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was asking.
Everyone will take 11 fire damage.
Half that to me. Because
Yeah.
I'm fire resistant.
Okay, so you'll have it again. 5. And the 2 orcs, sheathed in shield, will take it as well.
Right, we didn't roll companion.
Now, 2 pages over, the Skullcraft will fire and considering the group is there, he is going to attack. He casts a stone right here, which will erupt. This just massive stone that explodes. All of them will take a dex save. The leader failed. Oh, one guy crit failed, and then the other one failed as well. So the gnolls are going to take some serious damage here from this crab.
I take those. No one does.
And then there's this like green blob right there. Oh, sorry. And that'll be the leader, dwarf, and gob. Okay, and now it will be Mayhem's turn, which is just the entire tarmac erupting, exploding into chaos, and it manifests itself right here.
That's close. Skinned you.
And it's a slow bomb. So it just kind of, this orb just descends, and then just everyone inside gets stuck in this, in being a whole lot slower, and they'll all fail. Okay, and now it is companion turn. Who's up?
Hey,
Okay.
I'm rolling for Easton.
Naturally.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes.
Here we go.
Nice.
So we're doing the thing where
Advantage.
so
And then you get to roll for someone else.
okay, I was thinking of doing I'm sorry. I'm gonna do for now autos range for all weapons with ranged doubles.
Okay.
So we're kind of far away still.
And then what other Eastern ability?
Oh.
You guys haven't fully unlocked?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Easton's was all companions roll advantage.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's the one, and then you're
Yeah.
rolling auto. Okay.
Rolling auto.
Did you succeed on auto? So Easton will auto succeed. Auto will succeed. So great. Now you get both of those. Oh, and he would have rolled with advantage. So you can go ahead and give it another roll. Auto would have because of the Eastern ability. Okay. Great. Knowles will go. First four Knowles, which is Orc, Gob, Shield, Axe. Orc will kind of pick this up and then try to throw it at them. And it will get thrown to right here. And now, Goblin Shield dash. And shield. Where's shield? There's that sheet. Now let's shield.
That one?
This one. I already moved shield. Great. Okay. Orc hasn't gone. No, yeah, he did. Cool, then we're done. And oh, Axe is who didn't go. I see. Dash to there. And now it'll be Cole.
I'm just gonna dash. Take me 60 along the edge.
Okay. So we can't. This is like the edge of the tarmac, so we can't go off the map's edges. So
But I'm walking. Yeah, so just take me 60 and then hold me close to the edge right there.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
And then my dog will just be one step ahead of me. Because you
Ahead.
can go up to 80.
Great. And now to be the defenders, who is this gang right here, and those two have fairy fire on them, and they're all gonna shoot
long range shots. We'll go one at both will be at the warlock, and then we'll throw one at axe. We have the 2 warlock shots. Axe. One of the warlocks will hit, and it'll hit the axe. And deal a decent amount of damage to them. Your human shield is working. And
Warlock shit. What are you talking about?
going to look back and shout, and now it'll be Balazar Agnosora.
Okay, I'm going to then dash.
Okay. Anything else? No? No.
Yeah. 30. 30. And then I'm going to take out my crossbow. So 10, 20.
Dash has a bonus, I imagine.
Nice. And because now our range is doubled,
Yep.
that guy, advantage.
Yep.
So sneak dice.
Just lobbing a shot.
So that's going to be 17. Yeah, so 17 to hit that guy.
Oh, yeah. And you kind of like arch it back, or you take your crossbow, you shoot it, you see it go over a ship that flies really low, and then you lose it for a second. When it comes down and strikes true, go ahead and roll the hit, baby.
So in my head, the reason it's able to go that far is my birds are basically fluttering at it, creating like an airstream.
Dang.
Alright, so that's going to be... So it's going to be... It'll be 8 piercing, and then it'll be another 14 sneak dice. Oh, and then one more for the birds. So then plus 3 piercing.
Magic.
Magic.
Oh, no. That's not.
The birds would be
23, 26.
That's your crossbow.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. On that guy.
He is still alive, but we're back there, still doing fine.
It's all
Still
right.
doing fine.
All right, and that's my turn. But I will yell out, "That's right! Take it! Go after him!"
Can you just dash me up, please?
Yeah, so 10, 20, 30. Do you want to go like 10, 20, 30, or just 10, 20, 30 there?
Either.
What's your... Oh, yeah, just
30.
30. Okay, we'll put you there so that you have kind of a...
Okay. And now it is the second set of gnolls. These guys will move at half speed. Go there. That'll get him there. I think this guy can go one more. This guy will go 10, 20, 30, and... Oh, he'll just kind of get pushed around by the mob. A couple of people throw little jabs in. He'll go one more. They'll miss that time, and he'll squirt out there and there. And then end his turn.
Swear out.
He is going to take a certain precision weapon.
Did he buttered up before he went in there? We all know.
He's all lubed up now.
He didn't. He rolled himself.
And that took a warlock top, who is going to fall back to there and heal himself. Okay. Great. And now it is the battle mage who's sitting back there. And
Very.
Thank you all.
We got you.
fireball, which will get all of you except Sora. Oh yeah, that'll get all of these people here. Yeah, everyone makes a dex save, including your dog over there. Oh, you got your turn back, so you got your...
Yep, and I'll be using it. It's a 24 for me on the dex save.
Yeah, I failed and my dog failed.
Ooh, okay.
It's an 8.
So 30 fire damage. Crit fail 60. You got an 8, which is a fail. You didn't have to roll.
I got a 4.
You succeeded, and then so you take half.
So it's 15. 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I take half. So what was it, 30?
14.
Shit.
Just another explosion.
You got a second turn.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Orc is dead. God was out of it. Field is dead.
Nice.
Probably has 3 fireballs.
Dwarf is dead.
Dwarf.
That's a second.
The dwarf,
And
too.
Orb is
I
dead.
was trying to decide between that one and then the one that gives us the
That
damage
just
on copper.
eviscerated
But I
the
think
playing field.
the
And then Warlock one more time will just go touch something. And then it will be the Skullcraft who will shoot at Gob right there.
Yeah.
Shoot another. Actually, he's gonna. Oh, so then this stone erupts in like a gooey explosion of acidic nature. Both of them will fail and take. Point will die, and Axe will die. And they shot that one at Gob, and Gob will roll his strength saving throw and fail. And Gob will die. As they're successfully holding the fort down. And now it is Mayhem's turn. As the mobs will reach out and make an attack roll on anyone within 5 feet of them. Which would be you two. A 19 and a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Cole will take 4, and Sora will take 6 bludgeoning damage as people just kind of throw punches at you. And the Mayhem of the Tarmac will do nothing this turn. And just continue their aerial battles and not focus on the Tarmac proper. Now it is Companion.
Okay. Rolling for Zeratikai, or whatever his name is. So that's a 10. Come on, baby. Oh, it's a 14.
Okay. That is a fail. And going now to Null's turn. There is one Null left, which is Sheath, who's on the second round. So it will now be Cole.
Okay. I have an ability called Arcane Jolt. Anytime that I strike somebody with my halberd, I can do stuff.
Okay.
Can I pick a random person in the mob to
Touch
here?
stuff.
Yeah.
That's the stuff we're doing.
Sorry.
Go ahead and roll to hit. The mob. Are you going for any particular race? Just curious.
Just for flavor, nice.
No.
Okay.
It's a 13.
13 would be a tiefling woman. Yeah.
Is she pregnant?
Yes.
Yes, we
Do I need to roll damage or am I?
People in one. Dude.
one strike.
I'm gonna heal 9 damage.
Okay.
Smart.
Well done.
And then
Flayed, sir.
And then I'll go. I don't want to be there actually. 10, 20, 10, 20. Is this a new blue?
This is gone. That is gone. There's one like there.
Oh, okay. So I want to be 10, 20.
That's one of like the acid bombs.
Does this
right?
count as 5 feet within
Yes.
a mob?
Yes.
10 foot square.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't stand like right here.
Disadvantage. They'll have disadvantage on attacking you because that is a little funnel that you could probably position yourself in.
Alright, I'm gonna go, 10, 20. Right there. So, or can I just strike one of them in the crowd just to show them that I'm being fucking business?
Yeah.
I haven't actually tapped. I don't have anything to do it. 13 again.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Enough tiefling woman.
That's more like a.
Now you're picking on.
It was like.
Such a
We'll shoot
dismembering mouth.
the arrow shots. One at Cole, one at Okna, and then one at the Warlock. There's Cole, 14 to hit.
No.
Okna, 22 to hit.
Jesus.
And 21 to hit the other guy.
All right, they're rolling hot.
I like that.
They're hot and heavy right now, dude.
13 damage. And then they will... 13 damage to the other guy as well.
Cute.
As part of hitting you with their bow, there's like an arc of stars that's like stringed together where it's arced through the sky, and you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus. That's a 5.
A 5? Okay, you are held by the hold person spell. You can remake the throw at the end of your turn. Balazar, your turn. And if you take damage, you will get to remake the throw.
Okay.
Balazar could attack you with a punch,
Uh-huh.
and you would remake the save. He'd inflict the damage. So he's going.
You go there. And then I am going to use my second wind.
Okay.
So I roll a d10, and then I gain that plus my fighter's level.
Okay.
So I gain 12
Okay.
hit points back.
Akna, you will do nothing.
Yep.
Uh,
but rolled
Yes. Wisdom save.
Nope. That's a 7.
Okay. And Sora. I mean, you could technically cast spells that don't have verbal somatic or material.
Can I look at my spells and then retroactively
but
potentially? I don't think
Yeah,
I
don't
do.
think there's like almost none.
Yeah.
In the game that even have that.
I'm gonna plant him and do Toll the Dead.
Okay.
And can he make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes. Fail.
Has he been hit?
The knight.
This guy.
He has not.
Okay. That's 12 necrotic damage.
Okay, 12 necrotic damage.
Hey, question for you, just in case. Can I have my birds? Because they're done like mage hand, so I imagine it's mental. So could I have my birds kind of attack me?
I don't think so because I think the spell is. Let's look. I think you're technically paralyzed, which I think the paralyzed condition means you can't take actions.
That's
they're
true.
paralyzed for the duration.
It says I can't move or speak. It doesn't say anything about actions.
Well, you're under the paralyzed condition, so I'll look at the paralyzed condition.
That's what's on here.
It does say
it's right
that.
here.
Paralyzed is incapacitated. You can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails any attack. Yeah. Can't take act. Oh, okay. And you're incapacitated. Let's see. Paralyzed. It says conditions. Why does that incapacitated there?
I think that's on a higher level, maybe, or it's just
No.
because it doesn't say.
Humanoids.
Yeah.
Well,
Wisdom
if you're
saving.
paralyzed.
Be paralyzed.
Okay, so then the paralyzed condition.
Uh-huh.
First thing is a paralyzed creature is incapacitated.
Right, and that's it can't move or speak.
Well, then go down to incapacitated, and it says
Oh.
and the incapacitated creature can't.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no worries. Great. And the Knoll's turn will go, and he will walk up to you and just go, "What's this?" And he is going to lift the horn off of you
Ooh.
and toss it to his warlord here, and he goes, "Good, fine. We're not winning this fight anyways." And then he'll end his turn, and now the warlock will take it and stow it, and then this disappeared at the end of the last round, and he'll start dash backwards to safety, ending his turn, and the battle mage will. Let's see. Out of fireballs.
Ryan, does this one count?
Yes, that does count. Player loses an item.
That's always so annoying.
I have one that I know nobody's gonna.
I missed
Allow
two. Fucking sucks. God damn it.
Cast Shatter right here on Sora. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
15.
15 will succeed. You will take half. Of 10. Thunder damage.
Of 10.
Yeah, 5 thunder damage.
Five.
I just wanted to make sure you hadn't already hacked it.
Oh, dang, I should have done it on your dog. Or your dog's dead.
My dog's dead.
Oh, R.I.P. Okay, and then the skull will shoot a rock right here. You all need to make a strength saving throw, the three of you.
19.
20.
Success, success. Failure. You will take 9 bludgeoning damage. You guys will take 4. And then it turns into that goo. Put it there. And then
What about that goo?
that goo will explode, but they aren't within 10 feet of it, so it'll miss them. And then one of the ships will come and kind of like do a swoop and just drop something right about here. And it just hits the skullcraft, and the skullcraft just explodes in all directions in a massive eruption of fire and metal that splinters like 40 feet out in every direction. And afterwards, they are dead, and all that remains is these two here. And it will now be companion turn.
So are these all guys all dead?
Yeah, they all just died from just a massive.
Wow, I'm glad I didn't steam rush it.
The skull ship is probably destroyed,
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah.
Not even a patch attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, you look at it and you're like, oh, there's nothing.
using Easton's. Use another ability by Easton another companion, so
Everyone already has advantage, so you'll do his first ability, which is that companions don't make death rolls. And then which other companion are you rolling for?
we're gonna do Zero.
0. Okay, he has advantage. DC 15. Got a +1, I think. You already took all. And now you're all resistant to fire damage. And it is
Just in case.
back to the Knolls, who are not alive, and now Cole.
Alright, well... I mean, I'll look at the party.
You look at the party, he's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna 10, 20, and then basically ask them, well, what's the plan now? Our plan's gone.
Yeah.
So,
Run to the big ship.
Yeah, but I thought they had stolen something from Akna.
We'll figure out the battle here. We'll get it resolved, and then we can conversate. I appreciate you doing that on your turn, though. The defenders are not here now. It's Balazar, so you can speak now.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a punch at you.
Yep. You can also do the help action, which would give him advantage on it.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll do help acting.
Okay, fair. Okay, and Akna, it is your turn now.
Okay.
You have advantage on a wisdom saving throw.
oh, baby.
You also, Oh, you're not held anymore. They're all dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, so then
What do you want to do?
Oh. Okay, well then I'm taking out my crossbow and shooting this guy.
Okay.
Hell yeah, brother.
11.
11 will hit.
Oh yeah, he's a warlock.
You can see she's not wearing much clothes.
Yeah. He can pretty much hit anywhere on that.
8.
Okay. And so you dropped your weapon.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
Okay.
And then, I'm just gonna drop, and then I'm going to draw my shield.
Okay. So you'll have a. So you'll just. So you can't. You can't.
Well, with my extra attack, can I do that technically? Or
Want to waste your extra attack to pull something out? Yeah. That's
yeah,
fine.
I'll do that.
Okay. Great. You can also shoot another arrow if you wanted to. It's an extra attack.
Oh,
Either way.
well, I can't with heavy crossbow since it takes a turn to reload.
It has loading property?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know. Okay, cool. Well, damage administered, you do pull out your shield, and now it is Akna.
Okay.
No.
Can I get a?
Sorry, one moment. I thought I was going to be held, so I didn't think I could do this.
Want to try it?
Yeah, I got the heavy crossbow, so I have to reload. It takes a turn to reload since
Yeah.
it's heavy.
I don't think that's right.
No?
No, I think the reload feature means you just can't shoot it twice in one turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as a bonus
Well, wouldn't that
action,
be the same thing where you can't attack it?
You can't attack twice with my extra attack.
Yes. Sorry, I think you were saying it takes an action.
as a bonus action,
Like that's a turn, so it's basically reload.
I don't movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks,
Right?
and then once before the spell ends, you get advantage on one weapon attack, and it's extra one force.
Yeah.
So, and then I
I get
also get an extra feat of speed.
Just want to make sure
I'm gonna
you're thinking that
drop
action.
my crossbow.
Okay.
Right there. And then
And it has to be on the same turn that you use your advantage, the walking speed.
yeah. And I'm gonna go 10, 20, 30 up to him. So it doesn't provoke attack, and then I'm gonna
What is this one?
This guy occupies 4
Oh.
spaces, so you can only do you're 20 there.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
same
As long as I
thing.
can hit him. Yeah. Okay, so I'll advantage on this. I'm gonna take out my dagger.
Okay.
Actually, I'll take out my short sword.
Yeah.
And hit him. So that's gonna be 18, but I have advantage. That's gonna be a 20.
That'll hit.
And then
Sneak dice.
yeah,
Nice.
that one. So be alright, so that'll be 10, 18, 20, 26 plus a d8. So that'll be 32 damage.
How do you do this?
So it's a combination. So as I'm like attacking, because it provides me the force damage, it's just gonna speed up the blow, as well as the birds are just gonna become almost bullets,
Oh,
just piercing all of the exposed portions of him. Just looking at the foghorn the whole time,
Yeah.
and just slice right through him.
Okay. Great. Awesome.
And then I'll look at this guy and go right up to him, and then I'll end my turn there.
Yeah, he's done. He's not one. More bad. Sora, your turn.
I'm gonna look at that guy. It's told to that.
I didn't need my gun. Well, I
Is
did.
he taking damage?
He has.
That's gonna be 12.
That'll kill him.
Oh yeah.
You wither to the ground.
Well, we'll take the foghorn.
Go back, take the fall from the
Yeah.
fall. It's kind of people are looking back. Okay, awesome. Give me an investigation check. And now you guys can conversate about what to do next after the skullcraft has been destroyed.
Nat 20 on the investigation.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
You will find
Be 30 technically.
you find the foghorn, and you will find 4 greater healing potions.
Oh, that's nice.
It's so helpful.
Which are going to be 44 plus 4 health. You found 2 on him and 2 on him. And the tarmac is kind of still exploding in chaos, and you guys now have to make a decision to make it quick, or else splinter groups will form off of the mobs, and you guys want to turn into another combat.
I can do mass healing word 1 time.
Okay. We can use these healing potions if we need. I
We
say
should save those.
okay. I say we start moving
Start moving towards the big ship.
as we do this and make our decisions, so that we're not staying here.
Walk and talk.
Yeah.
You guys want to do in this area before you leave?
I grab the corpse of my dog, and then I can use its an action and a spell slot with my smithing tools to revive it. It takes
Okay.
1 minute, and then it comes back with full HP.
1 minute is gonna be a long time.
Yeah, it's gonna be 10 rounds.
Yes.
So I don't know how long it's gonna take us for us to do what we're doing
Give
here.
me a D12, a D20.
It's fine if it doesn't happen this turn. I'm not.
Yeah. No, it's
I also don't have to be like
Oh, so you can start and stop it.
grab him.
Yeah.
No, it's I do the action, and then a minute later he comes back.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actively
I see.
spending a minute on him.
Great.
Can I
If we do get into combat while
Gotcha.
he's 30 seconds in, it takes 5 rounds, and then he's back.
I gotcha.
can I potentially, if you'll allow it, go up to you and ask if you'll allow me to use like my patching skills to try and help to speed it up?
No, it's me and him.
Okay, no worries.
Can I go to the wreckage and see if there's anything worth getting?
You can give me an investigation check going over there.
Yeah.
There are people splintering off and starting to sprint over there to loot. It seems like as soon as there's an option to loot, there's
13.
just chaos. 15,
13.
13, you'll find 8 folds of cobble copper that you
Nice.
kind of scrounge together before, and then you turn around and there's people like, you're like, I gotta get out of here. So you sneak out. Nobody is brave enough to take you on and attack you, though.
I want if I should heal us all.
Yeah.
Right now. I can do Mass Cure Wounds, which is 3d8, plus my spell casting, plus the extra
Sure thing.
I ask your wounds, how long does that take to cast?
1 action.
Okay, great.
It's a level 5, so.
I would say yes, personally, but
We'll go back to over that.
Is that,
is it worth it to you guys?
could you guys use that much?
I guess I can do
3D8.
so.
Yeah. Okay.
That's second.
I would rather do it now than
Uh-huh.
die and not be able to heal.
Yep. And then
5,
nice.
7.
There we go.
Yeah.
So 20 plus my spell casting ability, so 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 24 plus I have the other thing that is 2 plus the spell level.
So 7. So it's
So 31.
31.
Pretty
Damn,
good.
that's crazy. Yeah. I got back up to what I was at the beginning of this fight.
Wow. What's Plan B then? I was really excited to do Plan
I
A.
know.
Really good.
Would have been great.
No, I just felt like we did that for nothing.
So
Do we still want to try to go for the big ship, or do we want to go for speed now?
Well, my plan's out of the window, so I don't know how to take this one.
I think we try and skirt around and we try and just get through as quick as
Exactly.
possible to the crescent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that things are what they are.
Okay. You guys are.
Please,
If we see an opening,
Yeah.
can I make, as we get up there, can I make like some sort of perception check under like my mastermind subclass to try and see if there's any sort of way that we could get through or around there in a smart way?
Potentially, yeah. That would probably be a investigation check.
Okay.
I'm going to give you disadvantage because of the chaotic nature of what's happening, and
Totally fair.
it's going to reduce your ability to deduce.
Okay. That's going to be a 25. 25.
25 with
I'm gonna
disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
I'll do Flash of Genius. Let's raise it to a 30.
Then you know if there's any way to get the ship.
I want to know if there's like a good, smart way that we could find our way through, or some sort of diversion that we could do to get this mass of people around. Just some way that we could find
Yeah.
our way in.
Or if there's like a path.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the obvious option here is that going around
Mm-hmm.
and going here is the least
Right.
that's the least travel path into the ship. And you think that let's see here. Getting one person in that ship somehow
Mm-hmm.
to the piloter's position and then having that thing take off
Mm-hmm.
and then trying to lower something
Mm-hmm.
to get everyone up and then just hoping that you can withstand a barrage of attack if the exterior hull is going to take, which I will say with a 30, you think that that ship
Mm-hmm.
taking off is going to attract the most attention from every single ship around,
Fair.
and that your deduction with a 30 you don't believe it's going to withstand that
amount of damage.
unless there's a full crew aboard who's actively really rolling very well as a pattern. It seems highly improbable. And as you guys are walking,
Well, there's a pattern.
make this, and you're talking with everything going on. You push towards the middle of the tarmac, and you guys hear a massive like metal splintering sound as you look above, and yet another ship is careening down right at you guys, and fire is spewing from its corners. And you all must make a dexterity saving throw as the ship is crashing right on you.
Do we still have fire resistance from zero? Okay.
No, it's not.
Let's just want to dexterity save.
Yes.
18.
16.
17.
22.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. And what'd you get, Cole?
18.
Everyone succeeds, and you guys will take no damage. It's down under. It hits.
Dolphin dive out of the way.
And now all of these crowds will form around it as they scream. It kind of destroyed them, but then like more have flown in, and there are two halves of this ship that are lootable. However, there's a thick mob surrounding it. And even going on the left side, I should
Skip
mention
this one.
that this is the end of the tarmac.
Okay. So we have to get through at least one mob over there.
Yep.
Okay.
And you guys avoid that, and you're going to continue pushing in. Okay, you guys start to move. I will tell you that you can move at normal speed in these new kind of fire-covered trenches that have been made, but you will take 1 damage per square you run. But it sounds like you guys are going on the outside, so you're taking it around the corner. Okay, you guys will take it around the corner. You'll get up about 60 feet, and you'll hear. And you will look over, and Goblin Face is laying on the ground with his legs have been severed, and he's right here. And he says, "I can help you, please." And the rest of the group probably like trying to run, and you see him over there. He sees you. His legs are severed. He's just like. He's like getting stepped on by the mob, and like people are looting the ships right now.
I know, but I know him to be kind of a trickster.
His legs are missing.
I know.
They're not.
Bullshit. Minecraft movie. He's like, I'm gonna stop you.
The group will kind of stop and look around.
I'll look at you and I'll say very loudly, "That's not really survivable, is it?"
Give me the medicine check.
20.
And then I'll say, "Give us the truth." And
Make it weird.
You believe that with healing spells, you can cauterize wounds. He's never going to walk again.
Oh, I'm preventing healing spell. Yeah.
As you guys begin to
Stop. I just give him a back. I'm sorry, I can't.
at one point, he says, "You can!" And then he is going to wild shape you into a rhino. And he goes, "See, I'm useful!" And now you will have the stats. You can look up the D&D 5e stats for rhino. And if you guys remember, he is a companion that does wild shape you. But I understand your predicament, and he does look like he's in a bad situation. And that would be entering back into the fray of the battle.
The moment you turn into a rhino, I'm going to say we can use this to get through the crowd over there.
All right, let's do it. What are you saying? I know. I try to talk, it just comes out as the animal noise. I'm just making that in my head.
I can't do it.
Okay, where are you guys going now?
I think at this point, I imagine like we grab like one or two, probably the smaller companions and party members.
Yeah.
Start getting on the back.
Yeah.
Running behind. Just think like of my halberd. I go.
Off?
Yeah, take it off.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Where are you going? You're gonna go to Goblin Face.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I didn't mean that. Actually, no, we're gonna save this. Well, I can't talk.
Can't talk.
No. You'll tell the piece. You'll tell the piece. You talk to him.
We'll say I meant over here, but it is your life. If you need to save him, save him.
I don't know how I'm turning back into a original form.
Well, it lasts a minute.
Oh, that's a minute.
It's Goblin Face 2.
Which I suppose we could try and go get him, and then he'll keep you in it, and then you can try and trample a line through.
No.
Alright, where you going? Go ahead and move
Goblin.
your guy.
Okay.
What's the speed of the rhino?
40.
So that's 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's 4 fire damage you just took. Going, to 2. Yeah, I guess you still hold your traits, I believe, but you take on their resistances.
Do I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all.
Yeah.
I think
You exchange
Why,
everything with the beast,
Okay.
except for wisdom, intelligence, and charisma.
yeah, because he didn't get polymorph. He got wild.
Right.
Let's see. So 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 fire damage,
4.
unless it's vulnerable, which I don't believe it is. Okay, and he just reaches up his hands around your horn. You gotta go.
It's his stuff, not yours.
Mhm.
It's his stack, yours. Oh, so that it goes on top
Yeah.
of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The mob
Okay.
will reach out and deal 8 bludgeoning to you, and then just kind of hits you as you're coming over. But he reaches up his hands and grabs your horn and goes, "Thank you!" And then, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. 35.
I'll say Zier's up there as well and just burns his legs and cauterizes the wounds as you're like,
Get back to the group.
okay.
Look at you and everybody else and say, "Let's go." Mm-hmm.
You guys gonna start moving as a group? You're gonna try to go in that little sliver right there?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I say, yeah, we have you go first. Push us a line.
Moving through a mob.
Top of him.
Seer and Goblin Face, I think.
Yeah.
Although I think some of the companions are as
Yeah,
well.
like Easton and I think they are.
Yeah.
You guys must make a strength check per 10 feet that you move through a mob.
So
Let's see what you
yeah.
Is this changed by that rhinoceros?
Yeah.
If a rhinoceros moves at least 20 feet straight forward a target and then hit with a gore attack on the same turn, it takes an extra 9 2d8 bludgeoning damage. If this target is a creature, it must succeed a DC 15 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a door attack and mob. Insane.
So,
At the edge of the tarmac, and there is a drop off afterwards, and as you're running, you're like bending the sides of the tarmac.
so that would be 14.
14.
Oh, that was. Wait, did you want to roll DC or?
No, that's to hit.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Oh,
That, did you roll to hit?
No, you rolled
Oh,
2d8.
you thought you said roll big.
Oh yeah, sorry, I might have. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Ow.
Well, wait. Good question.
But I think you have to hit with the gore.
and attacks on the same turn.
Yeah.
So that would be plus 7, right?
Yeah, plus 7.
Okay, so 15.
That'll
22
hit.
to hit.
Yeah, I'll hit.
Yeah.
Over 20. Okay. Now I do this.
And then you get an additional damage, right? Because you move 20 feet in a row.
11. So that'd be 20.
And for the gore damage, you actually roll it. You don't take. So you roll the hit, or you roll for your damage.
Yes, and then I do 2d8.
Okay.
Plus
so then-
9.
So instead of 9, I think you can actually it tells you what damage to roll. I believe.
Yeah, so is the 2d8, which he rolled
Okay.
an 11 off of.
Right. So you do your hit, your attack hits. You did gore 2d8, right?
Yep.
And then you do an additional 2d8. Did you
Oh,
do
okay.
both of those?
No, I'll do that.
So
9 is taking the average, the stat monster stat.
Okay, so I have 5, and then I got 8.
Okay. So how much total?
So 13.
13. Okay, 13 total.
And then they make the strength saving throw, I think.
If it's a creature or they get knocked prone.
Okay, either way, you'll carve through it, and you'll give advantage to all of them. And
There's a non-zero amount of people that you threw out the end.
yes.
They're all tiefling female.
Every 6 are pregnant.
Person through Doug have to make a strength saving throw.
I'm like panting and running.
You guys will make strength saving throws, 1 for each 10 feet. You will make 2 as well.
And it's all with advantage.
It's all with advantage, yeah, except for you. That was that was a crit fail.
Yeah.
Saw that one roll through. And then you make your second one for the other 10 feet.
Do you want them one at a time, or
We'll have them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the strength does. It make us not move, or
No, you just get hit. Or it triggered my opportunity to hit you. So
That'd be 11.
11.
So 1 and an 11.
Okay, so the crit fail will fail, and I'm gonna say they're gonna auto hit on that, which is
That was the rhinos.
yeah, probably. $28 bludgeoning damage to you, Balazar, to your rhino form. And then that's the first one that you crit failed on, which maxed their damage. And then they'll roll the hit, and then they miss on the second, and you will break through on the other side. Is your
1.
rhinos at 1? Oh, dang.
I have 29. I got hit for 28.
Sora, you got a strength saving throw. What was that?
I got 18 and 16.
Okay.
I am.
Those are both successes. You will pass through uninhibited. What about Akna?
11 and a 7.
Oh no, those will both fail.
Yeah.
Which means they'll take 2 attacks at you.
I roll uncanny dogs on whichever one seems like the more of the mob are coming at me.
So you
Still kind of present.
9 halved to 4
Okay.
on the first, and 13 on the second. As you take a good amount of slapping, punching, pushes.
I could tell you were sleeping because you got that head.
9 and 20.
The 9 will fail, and they'll take attack at you. And I think for the first time they will miss. 10 to hit will miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, where are we on time? Since
You'd be done by now.
okay, so the dog might be back.
Yeah, your dog can come back on the other side of that mob. Okay.
That's right there.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Should I eat?
All right, and you guys now find yourself on the other side of the mob.
Yeah.
Okay. Running this way, I can teleport one person onto the ship for sure.
I can fly myself onto the ship.
Good. So that's 1, 2. I can get on there, I think, by myself as well.
With your 30, I would tell you that the ship is pretty well sound in terms of like exterior penetrations.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't believe that that's going to be very easy to get in once you fly on top of it.
It's more so just to fly to get here rather than going through everyone, if possible. Are there like ways to get on both sides or just one side?
On any of the sides except the aft, you believe you could get to.
So I could fly over to this side where it's like open air
Yeah,
to try and get in.
you could. Yeah,
Okay.
there would be no mob there.
Yeah.
So
I thought the biggest ship was go for the big ship.
no, well, because you're a rhino. Shut up.
Well,
I can hear you.
not going for the big ship because it's impossible to get.
But now that we have you,
Skin in, blade stuck in him with 1 health remaining.
So with my spell, Vortex Warp, it's basically Misty Step for another person with a range of 90 feet.
Okay.
It's an unoccupied space that I can see. So like if it's through a window, I can see it. Is there a place where I can see if I were to stand here? Or would I not?
Yeah, you believe you could see probably into the pilot's hole.
Okay,
That's perfect.
which was perfect.
Ishtik.
Yeah, I think Ishtik's gonna be our best bet.
Yeah. Can I?
10, 20.
On the back of the rhino, Ishtik will look, and he'll say, "I have an idea.
Let's
You
hear it.
all trust me?"
Yeah.
And he goes,
I'm getting flashbacks.
and he says, "Get me on that ship. Go get to the getaway."
The crescent.
Yeah, the
Okay.
getaway ship.
I'm gonna kind of come over here, and I'm gonna try and whip the crowd into a frenzy about looting all of this. I'm gonna say, I saw Darku stuff, I saw Cobbleman stuff, like just
Okay.
anything I
Except
can.
from a disadvantage, because it's very loud. It's gonna be very high. I mean, you'll
So that's gonna be 24.
you'll call over a good amount of herds. I'll say that like this mob and this mob will move over,
Okay,
but for the most part,
that's okay. It's something.
and you're getting your spell ready.
Yes.
Okay.
So 90. So it's which text would you consider to be that
yeah,
one?
yeah, sure.
Okay. So
Before you cast it, Ishtik will just look and he goes, and he speaks for the first time
You can go there now.
fluently, without any stuttering.
Yeah.
And he says, "Thanks for getting me here. I don't mean just here. Here. Thank you."
I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Okay.
I will ask him if he's ready.
And he goes, "I'm ready."
Do you want me to come with? I can join you on that ship and help.
He looks at you and he goes, "We aren't getting out of here."
What if we can?
He goes, "No. If you want to join, you can."
Start to get like a little rowdy.
Yeah. And he goes, "But I'm going to make it so that you can get out. Friends, right?"
Okay. I'll clasp his back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will tell him if you see a way to get out, I want to keep you alive. You've been very helpful with us. And you've been a very good friend.
I've lost so many groups before. I'm ready to save one. I am.
I go up and kind of just like nuzzle him. Kind of just like,
He's not walking, he's just
like, I'm just giving him like
I take a piece of licorice root out of my bag, and I put it in his mouth. It tastes very delicious. And I cast haste on him,
Okay.
and then I will cast Vortex Warp 6 seconds later.
Okay.
So he's able to use 2 using objects in 1 round until I drop concentration.
Okay.
So he's able to go twice fast.
Love it.
6 seconds between. I'm just gonna like put my hand on him.
Okay. He just kind of like puts his hand over you, and then he
No
will,
familiar.
like if all of a sudden your hand's on him, and then he just falls because he's not there anymore.
Right.
And then you see him just appear in the ship, and then he just goes up behind the current pilot and just slips the gun. Just falls to the ground. He just goes, moves the body, like sits in, and then you guys will see the incumbent roars to life, and the mob starts to fall back a little bit.
I will
Yeah, go ahead.
basically yell at him and be like, "You gotta go."
Yeah, you're gonna start running.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
you
gonna
guys
start running
take
with the
off.
crescent.
And as you're running, every step you can look down and you can see the panels of Cobbleptown like shuddering as this thing begins to strain upwards.
Thought it was my running.
You guys can see that the men on the outside of the ship are like falling as it's rising like 30, 40 feet in the air. And you guys will sprint and get to here. And there is a small band sitting outside of this ship. The incumbent is slowly taking off, but you don't have a whole lot of time before he is shot out of the sky. And you can hear, like, every ship is attacking him right now. We can all roll into initiative again. Give me the thing here. As you guys kind of cross onto that second map, Marvel will just go, migrate! Migrate! Which is the same thing that Marvel said to, forget his name, the druid that had him at the beginning of the campaign. when he wanted to leave. And I believe, has anyone succeeded on any checks with him? Balazar, you succeeded on a few. He's almost asking for permission to leave.
Like, leave the party for.
He just wants to migrate some other place.
I gave him like a nod.
Okay, he just takes off into the air and kind of goes towards the mob down there. And you can fly. You can see that he does, as he's flying away, fly towards the ship, the incumbent.
Towards Ishtik.
Yeah, towards Ishtik. I mean, he's been with Ishtik almost the longest, other than you two. Okay. Ishtik, no.
You can't do this to me.
Yeah. Everyone has rolled.
Yes.
I'm gonna quickly say to you, I could use one of those health potions right about now.
You're still in Rhino form.
I'm talking to you.
Rhino, but I'm saying you'll once you fall back to your normal form.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, you don't lose any health of your regular.
Okay,
So, trust me.
20 straight.
Use this till you lose it, and then we'll talk.
All right.
15 plus. 10 plus.
14.
Jinx.
14. We'll go Rhino.
Big boy.
5 plus.
7.
Bro.
I know. My dexterity's good. This roll is terrible on initiative.
Did you get it like a 2?
I got a 4.
Oh. The first actual initiative roll that I actually did decent on for a minute.
That's
I know. He just wants some ham.
yeah, me too.
Make it look good.
What a ham!
That should be the ham commercial right there.
Are you saying he's like a Gerber baby?
Yeah, Turbo Baby for ham.
Do we want to move that up here?
Oh, yeah, could do that. That's a good idea.
I just want to scare you as soon as you guys walked in with the long.
Yeah, there's too much.
So,
Wow.
you get companion.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell?
Little creatures.
On the companion's turn, they're giant pus orcs. Is what they are.
Us?
Or pus. And you guys will see the incumbent take. You hear a and a huge explosion as the Cobbleman's ship has begun its breath weapon on the incumbent, and it burns away most of the starboard side, leaving just kind of like the skeletal remains of the inside of the massive midsection of the incumbent. And this wing is completely on fire, slowly falling, probably landing on hundreds of people down below as you guys continue your battle. And this will be Akna rolling for the companion roll.
Okay.
I will say, per rules, I believe you need to continue to have what's his name be the active companion. Let me get
Ishtik?
Goblin Face.
Yeah.
I think this rules.
Oh, yeah, he has to be active for it to be. Or he'll drop.
He'll drop the my wild check.
Yeah. I don't know if Goblin Face is in the companions.
He's out of here.
Yeah. There you go. Goblin Face, maintain the active PC and must succeed his companion check in order to keep the player in beast form. This beast works as normal. Hey, what's up? What's up? There's no 4s? Oh, I don't know, Jared's buddy. Can I call you back in a few hours? Or do you need a name? Okay, dude, is he got to show ID? I mean, I don't know his name, but you can look up a fake name. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright, see ya, bye.
These wild shapes are pretty wild.
Okay,
So basically, I'd have to roll for him
yes.
if you wanted to keep
Yeah,
you in the.
and you will get So this here does say, I know.
I get 15 temp.
So roll. Right, this one's slightly different. You're not going to get 15 temp. Normally, that temp HP stacks on top of your HP for him.
Yeah.
He was in a threat of his life, so he kind of a better version of what he normally does. That you assume Rhino's HP
Okay.
at the time. Going forward, it would be different, but for now, you still have the HP you have. And who are you rolling for? Face? I'm going to drop it. Roll somebody else. Oh, leave it.
I know that you're hurt, but I don't know how you are, so I'd probably just keep you in. Because it's been super useful. So
How about? No.
it's gonna be a 22, so you stay.
Great. Next, it'll be.
We'll go 10 and 20. Look at this. 10, 20.
It's just shift down, like
Is it-
fully down.
No, that was just the giant wing
Side.
that fell. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stand right here using my halberd. I'm gonna do a firebolt on this guy.
Okay. Great.
And then my dog's gonna be with you.
Okay, roll to hit.
The back of that pantry.
What?
Did you use the Nutella and put it in that pantry?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay. This sounds like you.
Yeah, I did use it. I might have it back.
Chair wasn't like bothering.
11 will nail.
Wing color says.
Bonus action. A dog will attack this one.
Okay.
Just imagine you out there late.
26.
I'd sniff it. Oh, that'll hit.
Okay.
Down.
And then he will do his rends, which is just 1d8. 5 force.
Okay, on which one's little guy?
This little guy.
Okay.
I will then end my turn there.
Okay, because you, and there's new work for this map, is since you've ended your turn within 5 feet of the they will swing on you. They critted.
And
Yeah.
you already read the snake. Hey,
20 bludgeoning from the mob. You get cracked over the head with a shovel.
If they nat 20 on me, do I make my con check?
Sorry, I shouldn't have rolled the extra damage for you.
Oh yeah.
No, you can. No, they can still nat on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they could.
No.
It's just not. It's for your sim.
Yes, for me.
Gotcha. Okay. What was your question then?
Armor. Do I need to roll my D100?
Yes. And it's a 15.
I think it's 20. Just scary.
Scary.
So that's a 2. So I will lose my athlete then.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And be armorless now.
Yeah.
Turns the power.
Tested.
Because you're hit in the head with a
It's like he's running and then just fell down. and just-
snaps the armor off. The kind of the chinks on the shoulders fall, and it will now be Rhino's turn. 10, 20.
Going to charge on that one.
Yes.
So you have to.
You got a gore to hit.
Is it on this one or is it creatures?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's who you roll with.
No.
No, that'll miss. Anything else? Miss on the board. Just step back. You over rear.
No. We're.
Okay, that's a crit fail.
Yeah.
Okay, melee guys on the side are going to roll with advantage. That's a critical. Again, back to back. Going to be 26 bludgeoning damage. He only has 1 left.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can take all the over damage.
Okay.
Take 5 bludgeoning damage. And it is now Sora, and he is kind of right at hand.
Tried.
Yeah.
Tried.
These are still 10-foot squares, right?
Yes, still 10-foot squares. Pass the companion point along if you have not. Good. No, you've got it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Just your guy. Make you.
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You're I know more.
There's a lot of rain that's.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
make it look
like-
safe.
It's fine.
Okay.
Now, rhinoceroses are silly.
Critical. That's 3 of the last 4 dice I've rolled.
Why?
So that they waited.
Nothing. Okay, awesome. And there is something which is an attack on you from the mob. That is not a critical, but that is a 19 to hit.
Mm.
And the mob will swipe you for 9 bludgeoning damage. It's a couple of different fists come out, all tiefling females, and it'll be the leader's turn now from the back. This Earth Plus Master. Jesus.
Somebody just got a 1-up.
Yeah.
I'm going sword!
He's gonna launch an Orcus at Balazar in front, and that is a crit fail. And he's gonna hit the little guy in front of him.
I'm killing him.
You can give her a stick or something if you want, babe, once she calms down. And that will kill him. And he's gone, and the Orcus is it's falling apart.
The rhino didn't kill him.
Okay.
He did.
Okay.
We can go through the results if you want. Same rules as last time.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna cast Entangle right here.
Okay.
So they'll
Here you go.
20. So they'll
We got
each
markers
make.
over here.
Oh, well, you know.
Is it 20-foot radius or cubes?
I believe it's a 20-foot square. Oh, so it'd be here, here.
4 squares.
You know what? That's fine. I'll just go for it. So it'd be
That one?
that guy. And he needs to make a strength saving throw.
15.
All right. Well, then never mind then.
Okay, no fail. No fail.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go. Oh wait, sorry. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
As you turn the corner, there is somebody defending the other ship,
Oh, yeah, kind of. That makes sense.
and it is just an emerald floating right here. So you can do what you want there. As you turn it,
It's just
one
an emerald.
spinning. Yeah, it's like kind of floating around.
Can I make like a perception check on it to see like what it seems like, or some sort of? I don't know.
You can make an insight as a bonus action.
Yeah.
While you're there.
Yeah, I want to make an insight.
Go.
That's gonna be a 7.
You don't know what this thing is.
All right.
You can do it's your movement. You run up, try to pass it.
No, I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
I'm just kind of trying to.
The mob will swing and get a 21 on you.
Yeah.
7 bludgeon damage to you.
Uncanny dodge it.
Okay, 5. 3? Yeah, 3, sorry.
No, you're good.
Shut up. Not loud. Go ahead and throw the emerald at the bottom there. And the follower is dead. And the
Emerald.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
2 attacks.
This is difficult terrain still,
Okay.
so I guess it'd go to 20 feet per square. Just so you know.
He was here. You can make that corner 20.
Yeah.
Does the mob attack heaven?
Yes, they will at the end of their turns. They will both cast Inflict Wounds on at second level on both of the ones in front, which is Balazar
And then
Doggy.
Dog. This is the Balazar. 11.
Nope.
This is the dog. Critical.
damn.
Word.
Oh, yeah, you got your brain. Jinx.
That's jinx is happening.
Got two jinxes in this game.
47 necrotic damage to your
Was
dog.
that double?
That is with everything, yeah.
That's all.
Actually, it's more than that. 57, because I cast it at second level. 57, so 60. Needing 60.
50 plus damage dealt on one spell.
Yes.
And dog that again.
Um,
I mean, rarely ever can you get a single spell slot where it's 60 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. And great. Now it is Emerald. And Akna must give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
That's gonna be a 20, not nat 30.
Okay. Awesome. Then you can continue on your turn as normal.
Okay.
Back to companion.
Is there anything that happens?
It did a quick 20 rotations.
Okay.
That's for Easton.
Oh, what's that?
Easton's. I got 14,
Okay,
and then he's
so that'll succeed. So you're gonna do companions roll for advantage or the death rolls for companions?
that's the death rolls one.
We should probably do advantage.
We'll do advantage. The one.
So now, who else are you gonna roll with?
Let's do Goblin. Wait. Yeah, let's do Goblin Face.
Yes. Awesome. So now you're gonna roll for Goblin Face.
Nat 20.
All right. Well, that's great.
So
So
that,
Goblin Face, you can now wild shape somebody into a hyena. Who would you like to? Can't talk about it. You just gotta make your decision.
Can I look at the stats first? Or do I just have
I'm gonna look at the stats really quick. Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll have 5 temp HP to their own HP. Now with the answer. Okay, Akna, you're a hyena. You're a hyena. Suddenly I'm
it's like,
you gain 5 temp HP.
Gain temp HP.
Ah, nice.
That's the one I thought nobody was ever going to jump for the game.
all right, hyena.
Yeah. Oh.
She just wants to feel noticed.
Yeah.
Cole, your turn.
Alright, we're gonna go 10. I'm gonna go 1 strike on him.
Okay.
That'd be a 17.
Okay.
So you can move fast.
Should be a 10.
Nope. Oh no.
Why did That'll be 11. Natural
Okay.
slashing. Then I'm gonna use Arcane Jolt on myself. Gain 2d6.
Okay.
That's 7 healing.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go for a second attack.
And how do you do that? What's that look like? Is you
It's blood. I like cut thumbs. It's just like almost magic.
Yeah.
Seems to me.
awesome. Okay.
I actually have little bandages that like seem to coat my arms
Ooh.
and stuff like that.
All right.
So second attack.
Mummify yourself.
That'd be 26.
That'll hit.
Okay. That'd be 13 slashing.
That'll kill him.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do my Arcane Jolt again.
Okay. How many more uses of that do you have?
1. So that'll be 10. So that'll be 7. And then he's out.
Yeah.
So that was 10, 20. Fine.
This is like behavior. This is psychotic behavior.
It's like every time I cough, they all
Look. That?
That's right.
Or sorry, this is now Rhino's turn. It's no longer Rhino.
I'm not- Alright, well, I'm going to swing an attack on that guy.
Okay.
Done. That's right.
That would be 16.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I'm two-handing this, just so everybody knows.
What's that?
I'm two-handing this.
Check. You do not have your blade.
You knew
My
me.
katana?
You dropped it. You did
No,
not.
I dropped my crossbow.
Well, I know you. When you took out your crossbow, I thought you dropped your katana.
I never unsheathed my katana. I drew out my crossbow.
Got you. So you did not pick up your crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have my crossbow.
Your crossbow. I understand. Okay. I thought you took out your crossbow, took a shot.
Nope, I just dropped it.
Okay. Great. Sounds good. I was gonna say. Please. All right. Let's ask
I forgot to.
Ooh, 15. 15 magic.
He's still alive.
And I'm going to
Oh, well, you roll with. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry. You just go. Go ahead.
What?
No, nothing. Beautiful. Wonderful.
That is 26.
That'll hit.
What's up? Yes, sir.
Oh, I did miss. I just rolled and missed.
That's a
with
10.
the mob. Do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That'll kill him.
Okay, hi. Thank you so much. You're such a ham. Oh my gosh.
He just ate a whole bunch, so I would assume so.
Ow.
Okay. Anything else on your turn? Balazar? Anything else?
I guess I can move up now.
10, 30. So that's still entangled ground.
Well, I don't think it would be because I just changed shape. So would I
You
lose
can hold
concentration?
concentration and wild
Right.
shape. You can.
Could I? I can't probably see over the mob.
Although I think you can technically drop it whenever as a free action, but you probably couldn't see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see something.
16 to hit.
Beats it, beats it.
Okay. The mob, unrelenting, will deal 9 bludgeoning damage to you. And it'll be Sora's turn.
I'm gonna guiding bolt this guy.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. How does 20-30 sound?
30?
22.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dirty sound. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
13 radiant damage and then advantage on him for whoever attacks next.
Okay. Great. And now it is the leader who will feverishly run up to there and attack Balazar 3 times.
Here we go.
16 is the highest I got. 17.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. Okay.
That's cool. 8 piercing damage, ending his turn. Now it is followers are all dead. It is the Emerald, and you must make a Wisdom saving throw
Is
as
it Optimus?
Akno. Sorry.
It's okay.
Then I'm gonna go
Holding it.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then 60, 70.
Dashing.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna attack that guy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, do I Do I keep that if I go wild shape, or do I lose that?
I think you can. Can you use your skills in wild shape? Thought you could. Retain your normal skill and saving throw proficiencies. That's not what I'm asking about. I haven't had a druid in a while, but this is good. I should know because
Yeah.
Christmas making a druid.
Oh, nice. Did Griffin die?
Yeah. Do you know the answer to that off the top of your head?
What?
Can you activate skills like sneak attack and stuff?
Because like I can dash as a rogue as a bonus action, but would I keep that?
I think I have it here. You retain the benefits any feature from your class, race, or other source, and can use them if your new form is physically capable of doing so.
Okay, so you can dash.
Cool. Okay.
So
Then I'm gonna attack, and because I have attack tactics, I get advantage on him because. Oh, that's true. Does anyone? No, it doesn't stack. Does it?
double advantage.
you just waste the guiding bolt.
All right, that's gonna be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Good sneak attack.
Yeah, do I get sneak attack because of
Yes.
this? Oh, all right, and then I get my birds. So
Animal Kingdom attacking.
This is
Alright.
music.
so that's gonna be 6 piercing damage. That'll be the regular attack,
Okay.
and then it's gonna be 2 piercing for my birds, and then for sneak attack, that'll be 7, 11. So then that'll be 11
Okay.
from the sneak
He's
attack.
still standing. He's just taking all of these hits. His pus is rolling out of him.
Oh, I don't want to bite him. Jesus.
Yeah.
All right,
Are
and
you gonna drop the spell, or continue holding it?
I'll drop it once I'm over
Great.
here and see.
Now it'll be back to the companion turn, as the emerald will not do anything.
Damn, right.
Actually, before the companion turn, his ship will take another hit, and he does not have much left. It's like parts are falling off, but he's now up, and his ship's starting to turn, and it is turning towards Lidlater base.
I don't know if I'd be able to. Is it?
It's supposed to mean yours. I think it's
Hey.
I forgot to roll. I technically have haste on still. So
okay.
I just rolled like 4 checks for concentration. I have a +7 to concentration.
Yeah, you're good. Right.
This stick's no good up there.
No.
Maybe.
Bob will attack you and
Okay.
miss.
Cool.
11. What's your
11.
AC? Oh, so they'll hit. Now, the cool thing about this is
You know,
you remain in hyena form and
Well, no, it's
long-
not.
No, I know. We need to raise the
6.
goblin face.
6. All right, I'll drop the.
Well, does it say you drop as soon as you go below?
Oh no, I don't think it does. I
It
think it's
says-
that I keep it. I just no longer have the temp health.
Yeah. Once
Do-
that is out, the player starts taking damage on their own, but may maintain the wild shape.
Do I get the option to drop
Yeah.
it if I want? Okay.
Yeah.
I got to decide.
Anyone who has it can just choose to drop it. Okay. Great. Companion check. Do you want to continue Goblin Face?
Sure. Because it sounds like it's elective, so at any point you can just say no, right?
Yes. And then the
Okay.
companion would just be wasted. Rolls with advantage.
Um,
Oh, also, we critted on Goblin Face.
Oh,
if
yeah,
I'm not
we need to-
mistaken.
Yeah.
We
So,
sure did.
did he just succeed?
he succeeded, yes.
Okay, now we'll do a DC 15.
Do you want to roll that? Or do you...
Oh,
He critted, and he's got +4, so 11 or higher to get an auto upgrade.
no.
No. Okay. Awesome.
Well, I mean, does he get to roll with advantage?
Yeah, you would
Because
actually.
it's just
Yeah.
companion
This is
check.
all-
Easton,
got
coming
this.
clutch with the battle analytics.
Oh yeah.
Nice. What are you upgrading on Goblin Face? Decision. You can go.
Give us a pop. We need a
No, I know. That's what I was
so
thinking.
useful.
Yeah, let's go with wild shape into a hawk.
Good. Over temp HP.
Wait, we can turn him into a giant eagle and he can become a mount?
Yeah.
I think that's unlocked right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, alright.
That's Cobblecraft.
Let's Cobblecraft though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
My turn.
Okay. Cool.
And 20. Or is that an illegal move?
Yeah, it's legal.
And I don't know what space he's taking up. I assume he's taking up only just this hex, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'll do 1 strike on him.
Yes.
That'll be a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. I'll do 12, and then we use Arcane Jolt, but this time it's going to be 2d6 extra damage.
Okay. And the last one.
Total, it'll be 12 plus 7, so 19.
Oh, total.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Okay, and then second strike.
Just kind of shouting ancestrally.
Okay. The 29.
That'll hit.
That'll be 10.
And that'll kill him.
Very, very cool.
How do you do this?
I like to imagine that I'm like kind of watching
Yeah.
the stuff. It's like with the giant size of him. I use the halberd, I hook it behind him, I make him fall to his knee, and then I just lift him right in the center skull.
Oh,
But the entire time, like you can see the blood spatters. I'm like watching.
Oh,
That's what this aside.
Okay. Now you guys are going to rush on to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. You hurry onto the ship and get on to the getaway. I will share its statistics with you.
So we
Who's our pilot
start
here?
from
I quickly ask, who's a good pilot? I will look at you.
What does it take to do piloting? Wisdom.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could.
None of our current companions are
Here we go.
pilots.
Okay, I can do it.
And I would much prefer our pilot to be good and our scout to be bad. So
Yeah, I'll take Gunner.
Yeah.
So it is it has
Good ship.
10 speed, almost no like thresholds at all. I just posted the and it has a weapon which is called Boar's Eclipse. +4 to hit. You can throw the boar crescent moon. If it hits an enemy, its speed becomes 0 for the following turn. And the piloting location has a built-in +1.
Perfect then.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So what is the roll you are going to be making as soon as you get into it? I assume you're going to wait for a second, and as soon as Ishtik's ship has turned towards the Lidlater base, you guys will watch as he just starts slowly lurching towards the base, and now you can take off. That all the ships are occupied with Ishtik's
Do
ship.
I have to make a check to take off?
Not taking off. You don't have to make a check, but if you want to dash or evade, evade will be 3 times the distance. Dash is going to be doubled.
Okay.
here are the rules. For sure.
Oh,
The DCs are in there. If you evade, you will be successfully completely out of the combat. If you dash, you will be subject to an additional strike.
why didn't I see an evade on
As we're like
So-
getting ready to take off, I'm gonna look back to Ishtik's ship, give him a bow, and be like, "Thank you, old friend."
Okay. He would return in kind if he could, but occupied he is.
Add my +4.
So you're just
Soul reaches out.
Yeah, but we have a lot of partners.
yeah.
You,
I think
the
I'm doing
crewmaster,
Yeah.
gunner.
I add my +4, right?
Yep.
Was,
And are you? You're
Do we
not
wanna
proficient in pilot.
What is it? 0?
so I'm gonna dash, just
You're gonna
to
dash.
give us.
Whoever's crewmaster can attempt, because I believe you can give.
I can motivate to give a +1, or I can try and bark orders to give them advantage
Motivate, I believe, gives a +3 with Easton.
if he's
No, that's unload. Motivate Taran, who is not with you.
yeah.
I thought one more person had that ability.
I don't think
Where's Otto? Otto. Okay, yeah, I guess not. Okay.
so. I'm gonna try and motivate. So it's a charisma mod, so I have a +3, and I'm not proficient, I believe. So, all right, that's gonna be 14. So you'll get a +1, so you'll now be at a +6 to this check.
Going for dash.
That's fine.
Yeah,
so-
the ship already has a +1.
Yeah, so you get a
Yeah.
+1, so it's +5, and then you go up to a
Yeah.
+6 because of this. So each
If-
person aboard gains
Yeah.
a +1 to your
If
check.
I fail a check, do we still do anything?
You still use your movement, which is 10 axes, which is a lot.
Yeah,
But this just raises it to 20.
which is crazy.
Okay.
'Kay.
Alright, yeah.
Go for it.
Let's do dash it. 9 plus 6.
14, so you got it.
That'll succeed.
Or 15, sorry.
And one shot will be spewed out with an 18 to hit. That'll hit your aft, which, yeah, it'll hit your
Are you
aft.
able to put that up on the... Thank you.
Aft has a threshold of 5. You will take 22 damage in your aft, which will lower its HP to 3, as it just gets...
Satchers, let's go.
And is there anybody in the scout position?
Do we have any companions that can be in the scout position?
We do not.
Okay.
Okay.
We have like 2 gunners.
Yeah,
which is really
2 gunners
Okay,
and like
well,
2 patchers.
You, the weapon reposition here is something where you're kind of standing up and you have to lurch out that crescent moon. And as you're up there, you look behind you and you see Ishtik's ship kind of gain some height and then just fall. And it crashes right into Lidlater's base after being pelted by fire. Yes.
I got one.
I think I got one too.
Okay. The ship in fire will fall apart on impact. The impact, however, was incredible, and Cobblecopper splinters the supports of the base like a flower. And before the ship can counter your escape, you're too far to for any pursuit. And you see kind of an explosion, and this ship will just slowly rise, so it doesn't go down with the later base.
You go first, Aiden.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I got
so
one.
Go for it.
Okay,
And that's a bingo.
that's a bingo.
I got a bingo as well. I got a couple crackers.
Okay.
Are we going for the blackout if we already got a bingo?
Yes, you are going for black.
Okay.
And I'll
I'm like, I got one.
Yeah, she's on. Okay. Awesome. Wonderful. And
And
you
then-
all level up to level 10.
Are we still doing like individual lines for bingo or no anymore? Just if we got one.
Yeah.
For blackout.
And I think if you get blackout, you'll do a level up. That sounds fun.
Ooh.
Okay, you, however, got one for the first time. So you roll a d6, and it's for your stats going straight down. One would be strength, 2 is dex, and now you get a d4 that adds to the total number. You get an 8 plus 2. So you're at to a 10, which takes your -1 to a 0.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
And you guys will fly away in a hurry as you leave Cobbletown behind for good. And I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we will continue. You guys start your level up.
Do we get to roll the companion dice? The game?
Yeah. There will be a...
It's the wrong winning. Oh no, never mind. It's hard. We're trying.
yeah, we will do this now.
Keep on and I will catch up.
What's a goblin face?
Yeah, that's. Being armor fucking suck.
Yeah. At least it happened right there at the end, though.
Yeah, any earlier this sucks.
Yeah.
Back to us game. That's fine.
Sweet.
Tennies? Guess who finally got evasion?
Congrats.
Something that you will never roll another dex check.
Yeah, it just won't happen.
I will always have a fighting spirit.
That's nice.
If I have 0 or if I have no more uses when we roll initiative, I automatically get 1.
Thanks.
That will happen. And because he died, you guys can reallocate his points.
Oh yeah, and that's a lot of points.
No.
What did you do?
No.
Oh, companion full leader changes.
Oh,
Normally it's just because
yeah.
it changes, but
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 readjustments
okay.
for Ishtik. He's gone. So 6. So we get 6.
I guess I'll ask the group this. I get a new infusion
Mm.
at this level, so I can have 4. I have 1 for my armor. I have 1 for your sword, and then I have 1 for your dagger. And I can like change it around a little bit. We'll see if I get anything new. So.
Goblin face would probably have been too.
0 also.
Yeah, 0.
Summon a young Phoenix as long as 0 is chosen as the companion. It stays in battle, and the Phoenix dies, so does 0.
Which is risky.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not the
but-
end of the world, but it is risky.
Your sword increases to level 2, or to +2.
So that would be 11.
Yeah, so it'd be your strength plus your proficiency +2.
Okay.
So it was at 1 before, so it was probably going to be now. Now it's +2.
Okay.
So just
Autos, the range for weapons and spell doubles, but melee weapons gain +5 reach.
which would be I could get up to 15 feet.
Exactly, and I could get 10, so I could stay out of their reach, but still attack, which would be really nice.
I mean, you can also just throw the dagger.
True, but if I want to use like a slightly more powerful
Yeah.
weapon, I could do that.
So then this would increase too. So that's
It'll be
fixed.
+6.
Sweet.
Holy crap.
What?
I just rolled Goblin Face into the game.
Did you roll really well?
3 criticals and 2 19s.
Whoa. Nice, dude.
I'm gonna turn to you and be like, "Is there any way you can craft some feet for him?"
No.
That would be dope.
Actually,
Hobblecraft
He
feet?
will go
Thanks.
to after he's kind of like taken, so he's gonna take a rest. He's
Yeah, no, he's
I imagine all of you, once you're to safety, we wait for staff. Wait for staff. Everyone do your level up.
So for health, it's 10. No, yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm gonna roll my.
10.
I'll roll mine as well whenever you're ready, Ryan.
Go for it. Okay, maximum. Come on, keep it going.
Nice, dude.
Plus con, and then if either of you have tough feet, add that as well.
oh, are we rolling health?
Yeah.
104.
Oh my god, bro. It's 61.
Aksa, are you gonna go for auto then for your
Yeah, I don't remember when I was there.
painful? Because Goblin Face is new.
Yeah, I'd probably go auto.
Okay.
I feel like Goblin Face is more.
No, he's
So,
so should we get that temp tree up too?
It'll be once things attitudes rise.
yeah. Auto has auto as his fave.
Yeah.
Auto is
That makes
best
sense.
friend.
That makes sense. That checks out.
Okay. Yeah. Once you guys are, actually, if we want, we can just continue playing, and then if you guys get to if you get to a combat,
Is this technically a long rest then?
level you up. This is a long rest.
Okay.
But before the long rest, either does anybody end up speaking on Ishtik?
He was a true warrior and went down fighting for the people that he cared about.
Yeah, I think he went out exactly as how he wanted to, with the feeling of the bastard lands behind him. He knew what was going to happen, and I think this is what he remembered the Bastard Lands as. So, in a way,
It
makes-
the silence.
yeah, in a way, this makes me feel better for whatever decision we make for the Bastard Lands. He went out with it the way he wanted it to be,
Yeah.
and from here, I don't think we'll have to feel guilty with whatever choice we make.
May he find his right land.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the place he told us to go to?
The Pillar of Fire.
Yes.
Did he tell us like where it was?
East.
East. Such a descriptive man.
Yeah. Okay. The next day, Ripley will just be sitting there going, I don't feel too good.
Hopefully,
In a medicine way or in a gut feeling way?
Both.
Do medicine check on him?
Yeah.
that's very interesting.
13.
Like as you're you're kind of like pushing into parts of his stomach to see if it hurts. Vance will just come out and go, "Go," and then it'll kind of snap back to Ripley. And you can tell that this is just magic beyond your comprehension of.
It's not hurting him,
He does seem unwell, a little unwell.
but like not in terms of like slowly losing HP.
No, he's not dying. Just kind of sick. And then Ethan will go, we could play another game of shrink and hide. And Ripley just says, have a shrink. Okay, close your eyes. You'll play?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he looks at you like, what should I shrink? He takes out his little gun.
I'll just point to something randomly on the ship.
Okay.
Whatever, yeah, I don't know.
The book will just shrink about half size. He goes, okay, open your eyes. And then he opens, and he kind of like a smile grows on his face, and he goes, let's see here. And then you see his face just drop, and he goes, we must have a conversation.
In a moment.
He goes, there are no moments. The moment is now.
We're on a ship. We're traveling. We have moments.
He goes, look around. At any point, we could get attacked.
But at any point, you can get attacked anywhere in the Bastard Lands. You have to take a moment sometime.
There have been lots of moments. We just slept. I'm in control. We must speak.
Of the group? You just
Certainly
got here.
Certainly of Ripley.
Seems like it's shifting back and forth a lot.
Well, I'm here now, and I'm not giving him away. We're heading toward the Pillar of Fire, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should have somebody up there looking around for it, rather than playing silly games. And Easton steps up to him and goes like, give me my friend back. Vance goes, what? You're gonna hurt him? Hurt me? What if I just transform back? Then you've hurt him. Easton just goes, And then he says, I don't want to make enemies here. I'll give him back. But the time will come soon where I will need him fully and entirely to myself.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I'll just say we'll have someone keep a lookout.
Good. And then it's back to Ripley, and he goes, okay. And then everyone's just kind of somber and it's like slipping through and looking. Oh, and he finds it. Oh, you can get me. Easton just sadly is like, yes, you have. Congratulations.
I'm just saying, maybe since you're so good at looking right now, you could be our scout for a little bit.
Because, yes, I will. Kind of goes up there. During this break, you'll hear, Goblin face goes, so you take me to the ship's patch.
Yes, I go.
Take him to.
I'm gonna take him. Wait to what? The Thatcher. I'm gonna take him to Zir.
Okay, Zero's sitting there. Yeah, he's very personal with Thatcher, and he goes, could you make me a contraption? What? He goes, a chair. Perhaps a mobile chair. Okay. He looks at you like, should I do this?
He's trustworthy.
Fine. He kind of
He
goes
owes
in,
me a favor.
and then he will leave Zir and start working on that. And then Goblin's just, thank you. And
Would
then,
be the honorable thing to do.
yes. A few moments later, later into the days, you guys are just traveling, looking during a lull. You'll, as your battle master abilities are not needed during the times of peace soaring, Otto will say, "Excuse me, partner."
Yeah.
When we were down below the ship in that skirmish and at the tarmac, I started realizing a few things. And I'm feeling less confident now than I was that I am invincible.
Yeah. That's to be expected.
After he says invincible, it pans to him.
It might be for you, but for me, it's a bit of a revelation. And I'm having trouble dealing with it.
Alright. Well, what?
I might actually be dead. That scares the britches off of me. How did you deal when you found out?
That I died?
Yeah.
Do you remember doing like any little test or anything?
I woke up with sand under my body.
Well, one could consider this a different way of living. That's all.
I'll try to keep that with me.
Yeah. No, I don't like to think too much about the big picture.
Maybe I should do that. Focus on project at hand.
Yeah.
Maybe I should find something to occupy myself.
This whole entire time, I have a cloak in my hands that I'm
Okay.
stitching.
Okay.
And like, if you want to help, by all means, like offer it to him.
And he goes, "I think you sparked an idea." He just kind of pushes it back to you, and he turns and just runs away.
I was like literally 30 seconds from finishing.
Okay, awesome.
I will go up to you, and I will offer you a cloak. I will say, it's like what outfit color is like your?
I think that I'm wearing white, but I also think it's probably not white anymore.
I like to imagine the cloak will give you like white with like inlaid gold flowers,
Perfect.
and it is a cloak of protection. So you get a +1 to your AC and then +1 to all of your saving throws.
Oh, and
If you have attunement.
okay.
So
At some point when we're like just flying, can I have
Yeah.
somebody else watch it and I can
Yeah.
choose?
Great.
I want to, since we kind of stole this ship, I want to investigate it,
Thank
see if there's
you.
anything useful on it or anything that
Yeah.
another crew left.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That's going to be 19.
It does seem that they left and intentionally took everything of massive use
Mm-hmm.
from here, but you will find
Cloak of protection.
15 folds
Okay.
laying around.
And then if I
And a
die,
scroll of fireball.
Okay.
So
I'll go up to probably one of you guys and ask if would you have a use, or would it be worth you guys rather than me having a scroll of fireball?
yes.
I'll hand
Does
it
it come
over.
with its own DC or is it my DC?
Your DC. Spellcaster's DC.
Okay.
Yeah, but like this session, I want to use it like
I know.
Yeah. Dropping the automatic. Just dropping it right in the crowd of people.
oh god.
And we got
There's
somewhere where
one
we
thing I
can
do want
spend
to
this.
say. There's another thing
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
make this very useful.
13.
Okay, perfect. I have 37.
That's
So it's
insane.
50 to between the two of us. But that's
So-
perfect. Okay, I'm glad then.
So depending on how useful your dagger is, we can switch it out. I have a thing called winged boots. So any set of boots you can basically fly for up to 4 hours per day. As far as I'll look at it again.
I mean, we can totally take it off of my dagger if that's worth it. I have ways to fly, but the other two people with us, it would probably be worth it. We all had some form of
flying.
yeah,
So
just any number of ways to use it.
trying to just think here. Just because it may be useful for us to have other opportunities besides just Featherfall or
Well, and especially if we're gonna be fighting more in Cobblecraft, if it crashes and we start plummeting,
yeah. So, how's everybody's like attunement slots?
I need to switch one out.
Do you have an extra item that you can't use?
I'm trying to decide between the Blackstone Talisman and Hilda's thing.
Oh, the thing that ups your charisma?
Yeah.
I get rid of that. You almost never use charisma and you still have a negative, don't you?
Especially this late in the game.
Talisman almost do it all.
What's the
radiant?
talisman
It turns
do?
into radiant damage.
Mm,
I've been forgetting about it for a while.
Yeah.
gotcha. Then yeah, if it just like changes the damage, then that's
I mean, it may be useful once because we have
Oh.
to do companions too.
true. And if we go up against undead, radiant might be more useful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll take off Hilda's thing for now, and I'll try to remember to use that.
The talisman.
Yeah,
Mm,
What does Hilda's thing give you?
+1 charisma.
Oh, okay.
and we still have a -2 of that, so
So
I probably couldn't take Hilda's thing and then turn it into a thing that a male can wear.
Probably not.
Fine.
The whole idea
The
behind
whole idea is, yeah.
yeah.
but if you can, then give me a +4 to charisma. Just saying.
awesome.
You got a Tinker Souls?
Yeah.
I'll
Minus
hop
10 charisma.
19 Tinker Souls check.
Okay.
Should you succeed,
Just
you'll get it. If you fail, it destroys the item.
okay.
I think that's fine.
I also have, I have like patching skills. Could I try and help in any way?
Do you have proficiency in Tinker's
I
Tools?
think I have proficiency in thieves tools.
Hey,
No.
sit back. I think.
Sit down.
5 at any rolls.
Yeah.
So, well, I get expertise.
Ooh, okay.
So I'll have 5 plus 8.
Okay.
So I'll have 13 to this
13.
roll automatically. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's a
Okay.
23.
Yeah, sure.
So, do you have how many attunement slots do you have? Are you using them all?
I think I'm using. How many attunement slots do you get? You get
3.
3. So I have. Yeah, I have. I was maybe gonna get rid of one of my things because it hasn't been super useful. But if you want to add it to yours, that's perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, so it's either I give it to you and we make you even more persuasive, or I have because I have persuasion. That's the only thing I have.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you have dropped off? Because we can do a swap.
I was maybe gonna get rid of my elemental armor. That just gives me. I just don't have difficult terrain on like natural difficult terrain. I ignore.
Thanks.
Oh, your
It's
boots.
it's the rubber
Trench strip?
trench trousers. Yeah.
Still wearing this?
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's go. You lose the returning dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the wing boots and the trench trousers.
Mhm.
I'll be perfectly movable. That'll bring me up to 3.
Okay.
And then
I'll take the
I don't think
brazier.
Trench treasures are
Attune?
attunement.
I thought they were.
I'll check.
No.
you don't have to worry about it right now because
It doesn't matter if you buy them, but it.
I don't think
I don't know if it is.
so you have like ranger stuff. Do you ignore it now?
Where's that bow?
Difficult terrain.
No, I don't think I'm there with the
wow.
Rangers stuff. Or well, I gotta double check. Ranger.
Yeah, trench treasures do not require attunement.
Oh well, then I was just fucking.
So do you have a slot then?
So that means I have.
Yeah, you'll have the slot for the.
Yeah.
What's a male brazier?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, what
It's like
would you
a
craft that?
BDSM leather
I
harness.
was gonna say, like a crop top, cute leather, you know.
I'm gonna look at you, but I'm gonna be standing in my cloak and kind of like. It feels nice.
Yeah. Underneath my armor.
Maybe when I get back to if we ever get back to Pardas, maybe I'll open up my own shop.
There you go.
I'm gonna start doing it
There's
where I like
braziers.
swish my cloak around
Yeah.
every time I start talking.
Close
Yeah.
knickknacks.
The problem is I can make a cloak of billowing, which is like one of the best items in the whole game. For action, you can make it billow dramatically. For one action, you can make it billow dramatically.
How many actions in a long round? 6 seconds?
Yeah.
I stand at the end of the ship. He's standing like on like 13th point.
In opposite direction.
It's too really. Yeah. So.
You guys hear,
I'll see it. I see it.
looking out the windows, you do see a pillar of smoke far off in the distance.
I would have helped with the chair too, if need be. So.
Okay, the chair is complete as well. And now Goblin Face
Is rolling around.
looks like this.
Did you just create AI for this, or did you have it ready?
Okay, ready? Peek behind the curtain, sorry.
Oh, that was like just ripping still.
Yeah. That's
I can't answer. It's like, you feel.
He goes, and he goes, I feel like a true Icelander.
Stop calling him Xavier.
And he says, you've been in here almost as long as I have, haven't you?
Believe so.
He goes, I was one of the first in the Bastard Lands. It was empty. I've seen its rise and falls.
When I was here, it was quite empty for me too, but I spent my time wandering, trying to find myself in this new land. Now, the land I call home.
He goes, yes, I knew home. Weird.
Yeah.
And that is when a shout from Ripley will come out about seeing the plume of smoke. And you guys will see this in the distance.
Oh, that's a pillar of fire.
As you approach the plume from the air, you see that the main emission of the vibrant fire isn't the only one. There are 4 other small fires burning, one of which has a black flame coming from it. What would you guys like to do?
Sorry, say that again.
There's 3 flames. This is the main one, but there's 4 surrounding smaller, like, braziers. One of the braziers is black. Fire is.
Should we stop at the smaller ones and see what that's about, or go directly into the bigger one?
Let's start off easy. Probably that's my best.
Yeah.
My best guess.
Kind of maybe learn.
I go up to Zero and be like, remind you of home a little bit.
He just kind of looks out and goes, here. Yes. Reminds me of the Dwindle. That was what they would call it when their fire would slowly start going down.
Mm-hmm.
Calling them the death of Nuvella. Where are you guys going? Which one?
What is it, the black smoke one? Are you saying it was that one?
Yeah, we stop at that one.
Okay, you stop at the black one with a brazier, and there is a script written in Tongue of the Bastard.
I can read it.
I can read it.
And it reads as follows. The serpent's antidote, an ebony rage turned clear. No liquid quencher, yet flames shall disappear. I am neither water nor stone, yet through me the blaze is overthrown. And which you two can read.
Yeah.
I
You
can.
give me a religion check.
18.
Religion.
Mm-hmm.
26.
28.
Okay. This is known as the Ichor Flame. It's a rarely seen or used magical fire that is said to have ties to the acidic stomach of the god Vector. You guys, with the 28, I was 24 or higher. I can give you the answer if you want. Yet if somebody can conjure the answer on your own, I will give inspiration.
Wind.
Is it-
Wind.
Wind. And so, like, you guys, are you saying it? You'll say it in standard. You'll say it in tongue of the master. Nothing happens when you say anything to this brazier.
No, I was thinking like the inverse, like oxygen. Flame requires oxygen, so lack of oxygen, right? Is not because it's all about through me the blade is overthrown.
The serpent's antidote part is the
That's why I was thinking
That's right.
venom in a weird way because that's what. But because that's what takes away like the pain. But is there anything around it?
No, actually.
So it's basically just a brazier with a black fire.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, canonically, there's not really a serpent's antidote, though, right?
Well, the
Because usually-
antidote is usually the venom. It's the venom that's
It's-
put into the skin.
Well, I'm talking about in concept of harness.
Right. Yeah.
Usually you just die or you don't.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Because there's a 50% chance that the snake is poisoned.
yeah.
So
So it just kind of, yeah, you either do or you
Which
don't.
is, he's referencing a Pardis law that snakes are, when you see a snake out in the wild, it's either has the potential to kill or it's non-venomous. Or it literally will kill you or it's
yeah,
not.
it's like an instant death or it's nothing.
yeah.
Just want to get the answer.
You want to give us a hint? Just want to hear forever. Because we rolled it.
You have to interact with the brazier. The answer gives you your interaction with it.
Oh, so the brazier itself, is there any insignias on it besides just this? Or-
No, it's just this, but you don't believe the answer is going to be saying something.
Okay.
You believe, like, you'll go, oh, it's this, let's do something to the fire or whatever. it is.
Well, I'm gonna go with my first guess. I'm gonna go up to it. I'm gonna like breathe out, and then right up to it, and I'm gonna breathe in. I'm gonna see what happens, if anything.
Okay. You'll take 2 necrotic damage. As a little flames kind of like jump into your mouth for a second. And you feel your teeth almost like grow 10 years beyond the rest of your body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the opposite of him and just blow on it.
Okay, yeah, nothing happens.
Okay.
How big is the brazier?
Probably like 4 feet wide, so it's pretty significant.
What's your shield made out of?
It was like basic shield.
So is that wood or metal?
I think it would
Usually
be
it's
wood.
wood with
I think it would be wood.
Never mind.
stone in it. Stone.
I'm gonna. I imagine my like
Let me check.
bag, probably like just a basic bag,
Okay.
would be made out of leather.
Sure.
Is it big enough to try and put over the fire to like quench the flames?
You can try,
Oxygen
yeah.
on?
Yeah, you guys would like maybe find a blanket or something, and
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try that.
it does not smother the flames.
Okay.
It just kind of burns through it.
Cool. Okay, I'll throw it away.
Yeah, it's just a wooden.
Yeah, that's okay.
With I can give you a hint. With I mean it's yeah. Go ahead.
I just want to try. I'm assuming it's sand all around us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a handful and try and like drizzle it over the flames.
Okay, it'll kind of like as soon as it touches, it'll sparkle. Every bead of sand will almost light up, but nothing happens.
Okay. I was just thinking because it's not stone, and it's sort of like liquid, but yet
If you are bitten by a snake,
you're supposed to.
it is kind of monastic tradition to, instead of let the serpent's venom kill you, die by radiance, which can overwrite the death of Vector and send you to whatever god you wish to go to.
I'll try grabbing.
I'll just. Oh, you can go first if you have. That's a good idea. But
Yeah, I was just gonna see if we had like some wood that I could use like flint and to light or some sort of
Don't have any wood.
yeah, or just like
I'm gonna
something
use
flammable.
the Blackstone Talisman to shoot a
Fire
firebolt radiant.
firehead right over there.
The firebolt of radiant hits it. The fire just disappears in an eruption.
The first time I'm using this thing.
It's inspiration, and underneath at the bottom of the brazier, there's a handle.
No, I grab that.
It's actually cold. Oh, right. It's weird.
That's why I was expecting more.
Yeah.
That's why.
And you grab it and you like turn it and then lift, and then the entire brazier just moves backwards, and there's a staircase descending into the sand.
Oh, hell yes. Let's do it.
Probably should stop the screaming ambiance.
No, I like it. It's me in the right way.
Screams.
You guys, who's going down the staircase first?
Maybe
I'll
somewhere.
I'll lead the.
Or
I can lead the way.
I could also try if we think there's traps.
That's a good point.
I'll go first.
Go.
I'll follow second.
First.
I will cast guidance on you.
It is incredibly dark.
Okay.
I
Do we
I
have-
just got guidance. Like,
Yeah, it's great. I like it. I mean,
do you need a torch? I got stuff.
it might be worth just having it. I have dark vision, but you know.
I don't.
Oh, okay, then yeah, give me the torch.
Yeah, I'll light a torch.
Okay. Light a torch, start going down.
Yeah, I am gonna go slowly and try and like keep an eye on the walls to see if there's any sort of like man-made
Okay.
pieces or like
Yeah.
indentations.
As you go down, there are carvings
Mm.
on the walls, and you kind of like put the torch up to them, and it's a bunch of different cobble crafts, almost like they're flying down into the along the sides of the stairs, like
Okay.
almost like ancient cave draw
Yeah.
etchings. And you get to where it hits, and then you see about 20 feet, and it opens up.
Any light coming
There
from
is
there?
light
Okay.
coming from down there. It's like, and then you can almost see a couple of cobble copper panels.
Okay. I'll just look behind me and say, be on the lookout. You know, I think we're coming up towards civilization.
Can I roll a history check to see if any of these look familiar?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, me and my guys are just so familiar to me.
History check.
19.
19. Ishtik. Ishtik's old ship is on the wall.
Nice.
House of Spades.
The one before that, the one of his stories that died with his
Oh, so House of Spades.
House of Spade is not on there.
Oh. I was like, oh, the House of Nuts.
And then what are you gonna do? You said as you're approaching.
So it's completely open, but just with like some cobble crap sort of.
Yeah, so you can't
walls.
see what's beyond like essentially the first 15 feet because there's panels.
I'll go up to it and I'm gonna look back at you guys and say I'm gonna knock.
Yeah.
So you kind of walk up, and then you're at the point where it's about to open. And now you can see that it's essentially a massive, dug out underground complex. And as soon as you walk, there's somebody next to the door that pulls out a knife and goes, "Where are you going?"
I was told to come here by Ishtik.
You immediately recognize this person.
Ishtik's brother.
Professor Stacks. The person that was friends with this shit.
Turns like that's it's us.
Oh. No. Where's this guy?
We're gonna need to talk.
She kind of just like lowers her head and then turns and starts walking back. And then you guys will lay everything out for her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So take it kind of hard. And we'll see that down here, it's thousands of feet long, 100 feet high, and it's a massive, like, essentially cobblecraft ship creation zone where everything seems to be possible down here. And she kind of hears what you guys have to say, and then she just says, "Sounds like you went out in the best way. And I vow to do everything I can to help you, because you were his friends."
Thank you.
She
He
goes,
died redeeming himself.
that makes me happy. I saw that ship you brought.
Yeah.
I could smelt it. And we could use whatever we have in here to make you the greatest ship I could possibly craft.
How do we get it down here?
And she says, we have a hatch.
Okay.
But I'm not going to be doing the crafting. That's far beyond my creations. I have a friend. And then you hear kind of like, and from around the cobblecraft, you hear, and he says, I am Oni. And he does that. He's this big almond boy. Ollie.
It's a different clan.
Abby, API, and he says, I can cook for you. Yes?
Yes.
And he goes, run! Let's get started. You guys bring your ship down, and then they will he will say, look, all of the utilities we have here are at your disposal. You make greatest ship from scratch. Tell me what you want, I make it. Okay. He will give you 300 from compiling everything he has. 350 folds.
Can we add our own?
You can add your own.
Okay.
So you guys have total.
So we have 50 together.
I have 7.
So 7. So 67.
I don't know if we want to use all.
Right. We don't have.
No,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
We can look into it. So
See our
150. What was it?
350
350.
plus 76. And then your ship that you just brought is going to give him an extra 40. So you guys are at 466. And now we can end this session. And I mean, it'll take a little while if you guys want to build your next cobblecraft.
Let's do it.
Very exciting.
And I will, what you guys will do is we'll make art for it. And we can put the art in an AI generator for STLs. And then I'll print your ship. And we'll paint it. So you'll actually have your ship. The other group did this. I mean, they did it with a lot more
folds.
well, the compliment just did it for them.
We're doing it by ourselves.
And they created, I'll get to the art too, but they created this one.
Oh, geez.
That's pretty
I'll
dope.
get you the art. I'll get you the art after.
Asshole.
Where it kind of reminds me of like a pirate ship meets like stalactites castle. Like,
Yeah, they have Gothic castle.
yeah, that is dope.
But we'll get you. We'll it'll be under.
It reminds me in like every video game where you get like the one mission where you get to build and have the
Yes.
best thing in the game.
Yeah.
It's one.
We lose
Yeah, exactly. Because they can't give you the OP thing for the whole game.
Yeah.
Well, here you go for the OP thing for the whole game. So,
About the barn shape.
oh, that was an alpha. Oops.
Wow.
Okay, there is that. Here's Crewmaster. So, everything you'll see will cost folds. And you guys will calculate how much everything you want. And this will be Crewmaster. And I'm going to give you guys the iPad here in a second. Now, you can get all of the Crewmaster's actual, you have to pay for it to have a location. And then every single thing, like the Crewmaster, will have additions, which are just like small little things you can add on to it.
So we're not upgrading the ship we already had. We're creating
Correct.
a completely new ship.
Correct. And like, for example, this Crewmaster, this is what it is. It's the name. You can change some of that if you want. I don't care. The cost and then the mod that you would get. So if you did spend 100 to get the Bastard's Throne, the pilot or the Crewmaster would get a +3 to every roll. And
I definitely think, in terms of like building the ship, it must be much better to focus on things we're good at,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Go
Make
there.
up for the ones.
Yeah, because what you're rolling with what for now?
I'm rolling with the +4.
With the
yeah, like
yours.
Yeah, Yeah, so my
Compare.
charisma was +4. So yeah, rolling with +4.
Or the nice
And then if I can
Never
find a
used-
proficiency, then it'll
never
go up
used
a good
it.
Yeah.
amount. So,
It's like a.
but as of right now, yeah, +4 is not.
Gotcha.
Uh,
You know, pair.
We might want to book to the scout because you don't have a scouter because you're now the pilot.
Mhm.
Unless,
She comes with it.
yeah.
I figured you'd pick that.
Mhm.
Efficiency scout on so
Yes.
right.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'll make a freaking hanging pool for her if you guys can convince her.
Oh, I'll convince her.
Yeah.
With this Braziler?
Here?
Yeah, dude. It's like a male. Oh, no, it's a male girdle.
It is a girl.
Girdle for male.
I was thinking chastity belt.
Works for me. Once I get out of the bastard lands, it's coming.
Full season.
A lot of stuff for the gunner.
For the gunner.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Oh my god. All right.
Mhm.
Okay, almost done.
Mhm.
Here's some skiffs you can purchase. The Yeehaw is the first one.
In the candy shop over here. For the
Mhm.
gunner.
That's what the Yeehaw looks like that.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, we do also have a giant eagle now. So,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
The giant eagle, and I thought we had another thing that we could use.
Marble.
Oh, marble.
Marble.
Mhm. You did have
Or come back at our emigrated Sneed.
Exactly.
So, just letting us everyone know.
and we could just use Easton to just expand anything else that we could maybe use for a skiff. So we'll
And
make a
here's
paper
the second
airplane.
skiff.
Oh,
Because you want it.
that's cute.
Basically feather fall just with a paper airplane.
What if our whole entire public had like a giant airplane?
Oh. So what if we could just use Easton to shrink our cobblecraft so we could just put it in our pocket when we're not using it? Pretty
So for that.
though.
And then this is a 2-man sail.
Gravity disc.
And then this is a 2-man sail, like a 2-row sail. So that's a 2-person skiff.
Mm.
I will give you this, and you guys can scroll and use it as to watch yourselves there. One of you could have a 466 up on a calculator and subtracting it for everything you purchase.
And then we'll just keep the folds after that if we don't
Yep.
use everything. Yeah, please. Also, I mean, in theory, at this point in the game, where do we think we're going to use more folds? Really, when it comes down to it, we're kind of going to battle.
Yeah, I don't think it was a really advanced us, but feels any
Yeah.
And
So-
a House of Unhope is likely going, if it's everything you've heard about it is true, to Utopia, and they're beyond currency.
Yeah, so we can just go in and
So
seal.
we could just spend literally everything here and be fine.
I'd say it's probably worth.
I mean, it's not bargaining you come across somebody in the Bastard Lands, but
But if we get a dope ship, then we can go to the crash landings and take them.
I think one thing that we should be at must is firing in any direction
Yeah,
for the gunner stuff.
is,
So I think that should.
Should we start at the top and just go?
Yeah, let's do that. But I'm looking at the gunner stuff.
mm,
So crewmaster.
I don't know if we need. We'll have to do the normal one, the simple. Right. We have to do the basics, one for each thing.
At least.
you have to at least have a position.
Okay.
Yeah.
but we don't have to.
So central batch.
An upgrade, we can just pay for the most expensive.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah,
So if you wanted the one that's 100, you just pay 100. You don't pay 30.
And then
Yeah.
So Well, if we're gonna start at the top, do we want to start at the, or do we want to come back to,
Come back to those. We'll see how much.
and then we can just kind of do that as the at the end.
Crewmaster, what are we doing?
Hey, sure bonus. But they're not going to make or break.
It's not the end of the world. So we do like maybe the +1.
Yeah, the plus one. But I think if we're gonna do anything, like
No.
30 to 45. I'm not gonna.
You're so lovey-dovey right now.
How many people should we?
Yeah. So. Well, I'll kind of write them down and stuff.
And we can always go back if it's like, oh, we're getting low and we want other stuff. We can go back and readjust things.
Additions.
Okay.
We want to come back and do additions, so we're well.
Rapid fire flare.
Single skip first. Move the dodge action as a bonus. Nice.
That one's pretty
That's not
pretty
bad.
nice.
That
I'm the scout, or I'm right.
I think as of right now. Well, we got to see what's her name could be.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard to totally choose.
This, I'm gonna be trying to work with her the entire time. Them on the ship. Can I like try to see and vibe what if she would want to come with us and where her skills like lie?
Yeah.
Okay.
She would be attached.
Okay.
So
Another patcher. Another patcher.
She told me she's going to have a patcher, and I just leave. 30 minutes.
So sure already.
So that means that we need to focus on getting the scout.
Brain bug.
So let's.
All characters are positioned in one position aboard the ship in their choice, so long as the one person with the highest charisma is at helm of a crewmaster position.
We should get brain bugs on.
I think brain
Okay.
bugs is kind of
where is that on here?
It's master.
Oh, okay.
Because I will say there's a bunch of. Because you will have the highest charisma. You have what?
so then
16?
Yeah, I'm 17.
You're so close.
I know.
One.
I got the +1 because of the brazier, and so yeah, if I get another, if I go up one more time, then yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. So we should do the brain bugs.
yeah, I think so that's 50.
Yeah.
And then we all just become proficient in whatever we are at.
That's great.
That's weird.
We can scout.
Okay.
I honestly maybe we go for the beholder's eye.
Do we want to
Well, the question is for the scout.
Uh-huh.
What do they do?
go scout?
Find it there. Help.
They're on their own separate ship, and they can like scout. Is it scout ahead? And then
We're diagnosing. Follow
So
movements.
yeah. So I mean, it's just basically if we want to know like where they are or how hurt they are, which is not the worst, but
I didn't. The whole time I was being a scout, I didn't find that I was adding any value at all because we had like a whole round, like a whole game. And I was like,
That's the thing we just do a lookout power.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
Because if we're really not going to prioritize the scout, we just don't want to get in.
and then they'll get proficiency in it if I'm in the crewmaster, so they'll get like a +4, which is pretty nice.
I mean, yeah, dude only has his top half, so he should be the lookout guy.
Yeah, that's
So
Well, let's face,
he can really do.
give him a chair up there.
When you were just trying to front of the show,
Yeah.
he's gonna be like the later.
yeah, what we'll do is we'll do a chain and pulley system. So what we'll do is have he'll roll onto it, he'll patch the chains, and then he'll roll his real solid.
True though. Dominant phase isn't anything.
Yeah.
place
He doesn't have anything.
back.
Oh, but the thing is, if it's a look, if it's a movement power,
We gotta make sure to
Position.
Cute.
no, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I kind of spent a
Do we want to add something in the additions for the scout?
wait. Honest, we're already down to 340,
Which is
and we have a lot to cover stuff. So we
so pilot. Do we want some pluses to that? You have a +4.
And you'll
And then you're adding your proficiency now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, true. So, I mean,
Rainbow.
I know.
it's on that one.
so maybe we either do just the +1 or we do the regular.
We should do the +1.
The wind spike helm.
Yeah.
And then whatever position you get, just make sure to read the description so you can know how to flavor your stuff.
Okay.
Okay, the
I like flavor.
Good blood.
I like it black.
Well, hand like sand.
And then anything, we can probably come back to that again.
kaleidoscope. That's the last one for the addition. You can use any ratio anytime you succeed a spin check. You can attempt another skill.
The one that's really good is the death wind gauge. When you evade, your gunners do not have disadvantage. It's for only 8. It's like really cheap and really good. I think we should get the death wind gauge.
If I evade often enough. 'Cause that's 21 DC.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, then, the question.
I mean,
Oh, we could have 2 gunners.
Mhm.
Because Otto is also a gunner.
Keep in mind,
That's probably
the
right.
top
That's probably worth the
where
25.
you've got to build your
there.
threshold on HP.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's come back to it.
So I think For-
It's cheap, so that's good, but it's also risky to try to be evading.
Do we want to, at this point, do gunner?
Yeah.
I think having 2 gunners, because Otto's a gunner,
Mm-hmm.
would be helpful.
Yes, just
And then,
5.
and then also firing in any direction, so that we're not limited in what we could fire at.
Well, and I'm imagining we could choose maybe 2 different types of guns.
Yeah.
We have 2 different spots. So
You
we
just
have
have to
one.
pay for
each
the
of 'em.
second and third upgrade.
So, I mean, if we would pay 25 for a second spot, we could have I think it's the top mounted claw crane that you were looking at. That,
Such a cool idea.
it is. The one that can go, like, anywhere, any direction.
Yeah, the one that fire in any direction.
Uh-huh.
What?
It's a low range, so they have to be near us, but
Yeah.
But that's the point. It's supposed to be a gunner reaction. So if we go one shorter range and then one longer range.
yep. So we go like the crane, and then we do maybe
Caster.
a molten sail beam.
Oh, that yeah.
What about the
Because it's
rail
2D.
track stone launcher? What the hell's that?
That sounds awesome. This is the enemy.
You're fun making these names. You can tell.
5d plus 8 is
Huge.
good. Yeah.
What's the problem with this?
Pushes enemy ships. One V4 hex in the opposite direction.
It's choose one direction.
Right.
I have something that's choosing how to build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at that point, do we just throw weapon fires any direction and call it a good day?
Yeah.
And I think we can, if we wanted, we could add the opposite side direction to firing for another 10 on that one.
Are we going to be
Sides.
boarding ships?
Mhm.
Because we have a boarding ram.
The problem is,
Are we? Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, are we encouraging?
it'd be a great fucking word.
So
You lower yourself to get above them or something.
Yeah, fair. Feather fall onto it.
Why I can fly?
yeah, he's
Yeah, so then, because me and you could fly in.
Skip
You
over.
probably don't want to do that because I think then we lose brain bugs.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Zero, who's probably helping weigh in on this, he probably has the most knowledge of anyone. Will.
That's true. He worked with the goblin.
Yeah, and I'll say
Yeah.
we should be prepared to fight Daku's ship with this ship.
No.
For reference, I can give you some insight on how powerful Cobbleman's ship is, though I imagine Daku's ship might be more powerful even so. And he will give you the thresholds and the whole HP of Cobbleman's ship. Just as like a little bit of a reference, you guys should be at or around this area
Okay.
in order
How
to...
much cash we got left?
choosing. So far, we've chosen one weapon, I think, and we're at 270.
What did we choose for the weapon?
The crane.
The crane.
Written down.
Okay. Which that would be nice.
And then are we doing the
But
rail track stone launcher as the other one?
And it does push
Well,
their
do
ship,
this
which
and
could be
then do
fun.
the any direction thing.
Yeah.
Or you know, if
At a side.
we do want to just outside, you know, then that's. So I don't think it's gonna be that hard for us to do.
Turns.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You probably
Yeah.
want to go left and right,
Mhm.
aft and starboard, but yeah.
Yeah.
So this is their ship.
Very
That's really cool. And it looks just like the
And this is Cobblecraft, or the Dragon's Breath.
Okay.
So we definitely want some damage.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just do the stone launcher simply for how much damage it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you have 2 weapons, you'll attack twice as well. So
Yeah.
you have 2 weapon locations, and both can attack in one person.
So are we doing both of them as a rail track stone launcher, or are we wanting to
The
do one?
only problem is the top mounting claw crane is literally one ring.
Yeah, they have to be right next to us.
Yeah.
So we do 2 different guns, and then instead of having to add the opposite side direction to firing, we just have one on each side.
I think it's better to have 2 attacks.
Because we have
Cool.
No,
Ones will have 2 attacks.
we'll have 2 attacks on the side, but nothing going up front.
you're saying put one on each side, but
Mhm.
then we can't attack twice on the same ship, and our target's mostly at some point going to
Yeah.
be one ship.
So you want both on one side, but then you can add opposite side direction.
I think you could have one on each with the 10 opposite.
I think we need to have one in like basically the front of the ship, and then one in the back of the ship, and then fire weapons on any direction. So then we can cover basically everything around us, rather than if we put them on the sides, only the sides,
Right.
and then nothing up front.
Well, the thing is, ultimately, we are working with ship mechanics, so we don't want to, put ourselves in a position where we're only relying on like just the gun's ability to move too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that we have the pilot be able to navigate properly too.
We're talking like one failed turn check and
Then we
a
need
good full turn.
Yeah.
I almost like the idea of just making sure that every gunner can hit, regardless of having to worry about angles.
So then, we
Almost.
do the weapon fires any direction.
Almost.
I think that we should do that.
Because for 15 extra, we're getting so many more opportunities.
Mhm.
I feel like with less pressure on.
Yeah.
making
Because what
sure.
we could also do is just have one guy down below.
Or, well, I mean, if we're doing 2 guns already, we could add the opposite side.
Do we have to buy it
If we have
twice
one on the
if we're using
one on
2
the front,
guns?
Then it
We
costs.
have to buy it twice. Okay.
And we have all 4 angles rather than doing 25 for one.
If it's the same gun, then you just change the
What I'm saying again is
No, I know that, but if we have 2 guns, then
Buy twice and buy the second
Both of it.
attachment. Just
if
under
you
it.
come, if
gotcha.
If-
Okay.
this is what we're shooting at, and this is our.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Like,
You
you
can
know,
only
That's sort of my thought. Is like
You want both to be able to shoot per turn.
spin,
Mm-hmm.
rotate the ship as I see fit. Dex save of the same DC for all on board or disadvantage this turn.
Mm-hmm.
So like me having to turn a bunch is
Mhm.
giving us disadvantage.
There is a thing we can get to negate that. Yeah, as well,
Okay.
depending on what we want to spend. But no, I think you're right. The 25. But do we want to spend 50 plus the amount of the guns?
I mean, we just spent 100 on the crewmaster itself, so which I think is beneficial for 4 brain bugs. But I'm just saying,
Mhm.
like, I don't know. We can also come back and
Yeah,
switch it.
and we can lower. We don't have to spend the 45. We could lower it down to the 30, and save ourselves 15 because I have a decent plus to it.
So you got the Bastard's Throne as a crewmaster?
Yeah, I believe so.
Back at 45.
Or the watchmaker.
Continue buying.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
We're seeing on paper first.
It's called the watchmakers.
Yeah,
The watchmakers helm.
because we could always lower that and save. We can come back to it, but that's fine if we need to lower that.
necessarily need to lower. I just
Mhm.
I could
Choose
he's
FX
not
within
even
range
that
of
big.
any ship surrounded
Yeah.
by X must be successful. Scout check DC plus gunner mod.
Crewmaster, did you guys already do the
Fail.
scout?
We haven't locked anything.
Yeah, we're still kind of adjusting as we go. But they're writing it down.
No problem.
Yeah.
So, okay, so gunnery, let's maybe choose the guns that we want. And then go
Well, I
from
think
there.
one should be Railstone Launcher. I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
we have one heavy hitter, and then are we wanting to do the crane?
So unless we're wanting to like board ships, I feel like we're not typically going to be right next to them. I mean, we can, but one of our guns pushes them in the opposite direction.
Yeah, so we don't want to do.
Right. We don't want to push them and then also have to get near them, maybe.
Mhm.
So maybe we use another one that has a good ability that'll kind of help with that.
The Lance Lopper.
Cute.
It's 4d12 plus 2 for damage, and it's 12 range.
Well, what about this? What about the Molten Sail Beam? It's gain 1+1 to damage for each hex you've covered this turn. And then we just keep all about moving, right? We get like a really fast ship, and then we just try to stack, keeping distance.
Realize about that combo. Should be balanced.
And that's pushing the other gun. We're going to keep moving.
Yes, and then all we do is just keep them outside the range.
We're constantly moving.
By the way,
Okay.
after both campaigns are over, your ship and their ship are going to battle. It's all together.
We all sit on one side.
Design. We can't think of design. So I think if we go that combo, that'd be really good, and then we get like a fast ship.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but a lot of ours into speed.
Okay, so we do Molten and we do Railstone, the rail trap.
And then I think what we do is I understand the worries. We'll have to see where we're at for money.
Yeah.
That'll be 30 if we want to switch it from left and right to all sides.
It's per one.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
For all of
for
it.
all.
No, that's what I was saying. It was 50.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it'd be 30 to upgrade it from because we want it on both sides.
Mhm.
So
So
we're doing molten sail beam.
Yes, and then we're doing the rail track stone launcher.
Which is 11.
yes, and then it also costs 25 to add a second station. So
I think she already has it.
Let's start out with 460.
466.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna start over to make sure I get it right.
I have the
Okay.
so
Let's get 320 left.
And that's with
20?
the
320.
320.
so that's with the second station, the Molten, and then the Railstone launcher is 11.
Oh, I might not have gotten them. Gunner 3 spots is 25. I need to put the molten, sorry. Or no, I need to put the rail track. I'm sorry.
That one's 11.
and then are we gonna put down just for now to fire any direction? And then we come back to it if we need.
I think at least one of them needs to be fired in any direction, and then if we need to, we can have one go side to side if we want to keep it on the cheaper side, so we can upgrade our chips
Okay.
stats.
I don't think we need to worry about Packer. I think we get the alcove. I don't need it. And we have like 3 Packers
Mhm.
before.
Yeah.
So
So we just go regular for Patcher?
Yeah, we have.
we go Packer alcove.
I think I missed something. Let me see.
Also, Zero's got a pretty gnarly modifier.
Yeah,
It gets bigger if there goes up.
We've decided
Yeah, no,
to vote right now.
definitely a clutch ad.
Or I had to write Nimbus.
I can also
Well,
Yes,
we
he
need
has
to
an acting out, but that character summon.
Yeah, I know.
That's so good.
so
I think we just have less than was 10 or 15 for any direction.
any direction is
For one
25. One direction is 10, I thought.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me start over. We have, I think, less than I said. 466 minus 45 minus 50 minus
30.
30.
Minus 30. Minus 25. Minus 12. Minus 11. Minus 25. Minus 10.
Okay, if we do any direction for one and one direction for the other, then we're at 228.
Okay.
That's still quite
Still doing all right.
quite a bit.
Half.
And then
basically.
Patcher would be 30. So that's going to be the alcove. And that's just going to give us a +0.
You.
Yep.
So we're at 198.
And then we do have like one of our companions can become a skiff.
I don't know if we want them to be a skip though.
Yeah, no, I just want to put that out there as it is an option.
You had the scout one there?
Look at how yeah, I did.
What?
You want to go for the list?
Oh no. We can also get the list hand as well. So.
Are you getting a different number?
Zeros of Patrick's insane.
What was the most?
I'm just looking at Zero's ability for.
Weird. I feel like I think I added a number.
Patrick raised the dice type of one of their dice when
I have
having.
45.
That's
45.
He doesn't get that if he's
Which
patched.
one?
right, he
yeah,
has to not be
he
Patrick.
has to not be.
But that's
Patrick.
fine because Mitchell can be Patrick.
Yeah.
He can help,
Yeah,
which works out
Yeah,
nicely.
You'll never get zero.
Which one?
Yeah,
are
you'll
you
never
doing?
get zero.
Yep.
Well,
Do we want to do?
you could roll 5.
We have a discrepancy. Do we want to do the +1 to the pilot or just 0? So I think you have the plus. You have the 0.
I have the 0, you have the +1.
Yeah.
Oh, between like crewmaster and pilot.
No.
Or pilot.
I mean, it'd be
So I'll leave it on
a
2,
raising
just so you know.
of like what 15.
Yeah, it's a 15 difference.
So pilot. I mean, yeah, probably.
Station is that?
So you're gonna get proficiency and +4, so you'll be at a +8.
So we don't need it. I guess if we want to just do the result.
Let's leave it where it is right now, and maybe write a note that we can come back at the end. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I would say let's do a +0 right now on most of these things, which is where we have them, and then at the end, if we have a lot of leftover.
Okay, and
Then
then
your number's correct if we are doing 1 with
Mhm.
all options, then 1 with only 2 sides.
Okay.
Yes. So we're even.
Right, perfect.
We good?
You want coffee?
No.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've done gunnery, we've done patcher. Do we want to look at the skips real quickly?
I think the Yeehaw is probably gonna be the best.
My question
It's
also
basic.
who go out on a
Yeah,
skip?
but
Yeah, because right now, I mean, the skip might be a good like at the end thing, but I want to make sure we have enough money for
The strong
just
side.
numbers.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. So maybe we come back to skip.
let's come back to that and let's do a
Yeah, my worry is
submarine to the hull of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
See how much damage we could take.
Yeah,
maybe we'll just try to copy
the cobble elements.
yeah, because we still have to worry about speed. Yeah, that I can
60 in the speed. I'm fine with that.
So we'll do 16 to speed because then the more sail,
Yeah.
that'd be +10 every single passage. If
So
so,
we
we just make circles
Yeah.
around.
So we just do that right now.
I think we should just do
We
that.
spend the 60 for speed.
Yeah. Oh, such.
Reduce a number in turning ratio by 1.
I have a question.
Bless you. Thank you.
I remember Cobblecraft turns took me a long time, and then we're trying to do circle
I know, I'm funny looking, aren't I?
spin, and then we still get our 10 speed.
Yeah.
Each round. Okay, that'll be fine.
Yes, sir.
Well, so wait, spin.
No. You just
What's it?
Oh, we'll go our normal anyways. Yes.
yeah.
You
Exactly.
like fist bumps? You know?
Oh, you like fist pumps now?
Oh yeah.
All of
Fist
it.
bumps?
We might.
All right, let's move on to the next thing.
So we're doing 10 speed.
60.
60.
You can't do that. You can't just bite daddy's finger.
And then do we want to do the turning one where it's 5 folds but reduces the number of turning ratio by 1?
So what is a 7 and 3 turning ratio like kind of look like?
You can go 7 out, 3 over, or 3 over 7.
7.
Which is pretty.
Because they had to go.
So we're at 138.
Yeah.
That okay.
We're gonna have fun with the
Well, let's
threshold
Uh-huh.
HP.
yeah, let's try copying the
Cobble.
Callcraft first.
Yeah, where did he
Where-
send that?
Yeah, I think that was in game chat.
It-
If you guys want to do the other stuff,
So only thing is,
of course it's not. There we go.
so what is our base right now? Nothing. So
Nothing.
We have nothing.
Okay, so
That's the cobble. So it's all
we have
25
4 sections, right?
25.
I'll do the math.
We're
real quick.
not getting close.
What's 25 divided by 3? 8. So it's
8 folds.
8 folds to get the threshold there per one.
So that'd be
24.
okay.
No.
Oh, wait, no, that'd be 32.
Times 4.
So which we can do.
Back.
So I'd say we do.
Here.
Oh,
Dropping.
dude, stop trying to send me your news. Ugh.
Your news.
The threshold being so if we do 8, it'll be 24.
Okay.
So
We do also have to do the hole. Yeah, and the hole.
we don't know what the hole is, right?
Yeah, we don't know what the hole is.
I'm supposed to tell you. I think
Oh, okay. Which we could. So the hole is 1 fold per 10,
200.
so 20.
The thing is, the threshold's not the one that's crazy. It's the HP. It's
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
For threshold, we want what?
We're gonna do 8.
you technically only need 1 threshold, but that means a hit of 5 will.
Yeah, we want
We want a
so
tank.
25.
We want a tanky boy.
You did tell me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how I did that. So it'd be 25 folds per the HP thing to get all of ours, which we're not doing because
We're doing
it'd be
8
100.
over, which is
What, you'll go up?
24
You'll
by
go up?
calculating
Oh, no,
32 for threshold.
Yeah, 32 would get all of our thresholds up to 20.
Yeah, because it's 8 times 4.
So do you want to just do all thresholds, and it's 32. All thresholds like the cost is 32
And what did you get each threshold to?
to 24.
24.
Yes.
So then now, in terms of
HP
what was
shows
HP,
them
what was the whole HP?
Whole 200.
200.
Which would mean we'd need to spend 20, which we could do.
Which 20 is not that much.
No, but we do
I mean-
want to decide how much we want our HP because it's
Yeah,
5 per
what would-
1 fold.
What would it be to get us to a?
It would cost 100 to get. Or sorry, I think it
That'd
was
be 500
yeah.
HP. Which
right split.
I don't be opposed to.
Well, but we got to
Yeah.
split it between
No, I know.
all our different ones.
Yeah, so it would be literally
100, I believe, to get us.
What would
100 would get us.
75 per be? So
Uh,
5 equals 15.
So
4
Yeah.
is.
Do we want
60.
to? I mean, the question: do you want to just do the whole being the same and then going from there?
So we spend 20 to get 200 on the
Yeah,
whole.
because 20 is not that much. I was like,
So 20 each.
No.
20 is 20 is
Once.
Oh, okay.
So that would get us 200 on the whole.
100.
That'd be 20.
Alright.
So that means we have 86 left. So what is 86 times 5?
I think there's one other thing we kind of want to buy.
So we have skiffs, and then there are bonuses.
So it's 430. I'm sorry.
430.
We can also.
105.
Do we want to take crewmaster down to just a +0, and that'll give us 15 more? That'll get us back up to 100, 101.
What's that look like?
So this just
What does the
it just gets a +0
Yeah,
instead of a +1, which I don't care.
which he will even get.
You're proficient in it anyway, so
No, he's not proficient.
I don't think, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think the
Oh,
brain thing gives.
fit you?
Well, does it or does it not? Does someone want to look at that
Yeah.
skill? Because I don't know if it says specifically. It probably says all other, but just in case.
even by separate people. Okay. All characters are proficient in one position aboard the ship.
Yeah, as long as
So it's
highest charisma.
So I have proficiency as well.
you would need a point in order for us to
Yeah.
actually use.
So I mean, if I'm in the crewmaster position, that gives everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You can't leave.
that's
Yeah, so then we can take it back
I
down to
can.
But then we lose the proficiency if you.
Right, exactly. But I mean, that would happen. Yeah, exactly. That doesn't mess with the +1 that I would be getting. So, I'd say that's
So
worth
we're back up to 100,
101.
and then we're spending how much on the HP?
Well, that's what we have to decide. Also, before we spend anything on the HP, do we want to look at what else we wanted to do potentially?
What's that 8.1 that was for spinning?
Oh,
Uh,
we want to do. I'm looking at the pilot edition right now. Because when you evade, your gunners do not have disadvantage. But you're not expecting to evade, right?
I'm not expecting to evade. I'm just worried about spinning and having to do dex saves.
Yeah. The only thing is that evade though.
It's really good.
Imagine getting a plus 30. It's the molten sail. That would be nuts. Yeah, but the gunners have disadvantage though. So like that's the only thing. And so your likelihood of rolling it is 4. You need to roll a 15. No,
No,
13.
Yeah.
You'll need to roll 13 to get that evade.
Yeah.
And advantage does stack when it comes to Cobblecraft combat. So if they then did like the 3-shot weapon, they'd have 4 disadvantages. The 3 disadvantages.
Yeah, so like the molten sail may not be that useful in that situation. So it may just be much more easier for us to have a high speed, keep normal movement. And then it sounds like if we have really good patchers, we just rely on high numbers.
I have so many patchers.
Yeah.
True.
Crying, foot in his belly. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Okay, I think we can skip that. It's if we want to skip or not.
I don't think we need one.
I don't know who would go on it, and then they wouldn't get proficiency anyways, right?
No.
And I'm like,
I'm trying to think.
Well,
From him?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Just wanna go sit down.
players on board, or
all players on the ship.
so that's not on the ship, so it would be
I would think it would be technically part of the ship
board.
because it's a skiff. Hey Ryan,
Yes.
does skiff get proficiency if they technically aren't on the ship, but they're flying a skiff?
If they've had a
Yes.
brain bug, then yes.
So they get proficiency.
Okay.
That's piloting check.
Of course. Who can do piloting check?
I don't think anybody.
Um,
I don't think anybody else can.
should it be better?
I'd rather just have the main ship than us having a skiff trying to go and do
Yes.
stuff.
Jumping onto another person's ship, and we do have abilities in case that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Abram and I both can board if need be.
Yeah.
Skip just sounds like a good way to get told.
Yeah, what's his name? Who can do it?
Yes.
It's powerful if you've got like high level wizard and
Yeah.
you want to fly over there and cast some great
It's a
spell.
high level risk.
Yeah.
So I'm making sure that there is.
Anything we want to add before
So when
we
it says
put it
game
all in the
bonus, the-
HP
Or is it just this is just I'm not even just
with the speed?
I'm just having
I wonder what is more useful. Also, is rewiring for offensive maneuver and only having to roll an 8,
yeah.
and giving advantage to the gunner
That's much better, yeah.
versus dashing and then having to potentially turn around.
No, I think you want to do just 10 movements and then just give advantage to offensive maneuvers. What I do think we should do though is probably just spend the 15 and give the directions to all weapons.
I think it would be.
Okay.
I think that just between that and then if I do offensive maneuvers a lot, giving them advantage, I think that's really.
I don't think there's any additions we need in terms of anything else. I'm looking at the magic right now.
Do we need to put something for patchers?
You have to buy some.
Yeah, we have the alpha.
We have
here.
a spot.
Okay.
There 2 numbers on your roll patch side count as action success for killing the whole. It's pretty good. Outside of the ship is going to do no damage. Here we go.
And then I'm sure you're aware, but there's all of the additions that you could be getting.
Yeah.
Shepard found a gift card in his closet, but
Oh, wow.
that's its out.
Where to?
Sorry, so we'll go there for coffee. Because they have to get baby snacks.
Okay, so do we want to go through the numbers and then just use the rest on
HP.
HP?
We can check them, but I believe we have 86 left, which we could do 100 per
Okay.
4 sides.
I can.
But let's go through. So 466 minus 30 for the crewmaster spot, minus 50 for brain bug, 30 for scout,
That is so OP.
30 for pilot,
The other group saw that.
25 for 2 spots for the gunner,
Okay.
12 for molten sail beam,
Okay.
11 for rail track, 50 for both guns firing in any direction, 30 for the patcher's alcove, 60 for the power 10 speed, 32 for getting all the thresholds to 24,
And then,
20 for the whole.
and then I have 86.
I have 86.
So we can get
86.
basically 107. It's
Also-
107.5. Would we round up or down?
Up.
Okay. So we get 108 per HP
Mhm.
per side.
Down to 100 and have a little bit left over
For other
for
things.
see what
For us to just hold in the pockets.
Yeah, that's true.
We can
So
do that.
so-
I think we should do that just in case we might need
So we just go 100.
100 each one.
so we would have 6 left over. Is it worth the 6 left over? I mean, it's it's an extra 8.
It's 8.
where we add more to the whole.
Could add more to the whole. We could reduce a number in the turning ratio by 1.
Threshold for each.
I think we need the most speed though.
Wait,
No,
This
but
wouldn't
then-
reduce the speed. It just would reduce the turning ratio.
Oh,
It goes 7.
6 to 3.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
so what am I doing for HP?
Yeah.
80?
What?
What?
Nothing.
Did we just figure it out?
No. I,
The code. Yes, you did.
no, you guys might have to just change a few things because AC. I don't think I put AC in there yet.
No. There's no AC.
What? Oh no.
That means it's free.
Say what I did for the other group was 13 and then it's 10 or it was 14 base. You could add 1 AC for 10 folds each.
1 AC for 10 fold.
Yes,
But
up
we
to
don't-
a max of 20.
We don't know what the AC of the Cobblecrafts.
Correct.
Can you remind me
So
how
do we
much
have? So we have
You have to
6.
hit the AC and then you roll to break the threshold.
threshold?
Yeah. Alright, so now we have a little bit of.
Sorry.
Decision to make.
No worries.
Think
Do we want to
Okay.
lower the threshold a little bit so we can get a higher
I
AC?
think a higher AC is better.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the threshold's not that expensive. You know?
True.
Well, again, it's all one fold, and if we're trying to,
It's how much
what's
to
10
roll.
AC for or 10
10 folds
10
per
for
AC.
full
And we start at 14.
14.
Yeah.
60 to max.
And technically, we have a pretty skilled group of patchers. Who
Yeah.
can be patching things, right? Is that
Well, I think it's one person who's going to be on patching. And
Okay.
Then we'll
gonna
have
be using-
Zier to help.
He's going to be backup, but his
Mhm.
abilities kind of.
It's really nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah, well, he uses the ability when he's not in the position.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right,
to
right.
assist the
To assist.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
so he'll be
assisting.
there basically just giving
It'll be
you.
unassigned.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess my point is our patcher is solid.
Definitely.
And is that solid? Do we know?
I think
Like,
I think the whole will be the main patcher. Won't
Yeah, I'll
it?
get.
Oh yeah, aren't you Pat?
Well, so-
Yeah, that's right. You
So
are.
with the companion, can we only use 1 per turn? I assume. One
No, all
companion.
of them are active.
All of them are active. Okay, so I will get both Ripley's and Z's
Okay, so
what's
that's
that gonna put you at with proficiency?
with proficiency. That's a +9.
and Zier's gives him it raises the dice to
Yes.
or lowers
so you get a
whatever it is.
bigger.
So you get a bigger
so-
chance,
Yeah.
and you'll have a +9.
And I get to re-roll 1 dice type
Oh, so
Pat,
per patch.
Patcher raises the dice type for one of their dice when patching. So that's
One of the dice.
that's Zier's abilities, which is kind of
so you get advantage on it,
So-
and
Into that, my question is, we have a pretty dang good patcher. Are we trying to minimize the amount of things being patched by raising our AC, or are we letting our AC?
I think we keep our AC lower so then the patcher is doing stuff because I'm trying to look
Yeah.
at the things here.
There's nothing you can do but patch.
Well, so
So do we want
it's patch.
to still increase it by at least 1 or 2? So 20 or whatever would give us 16
Mhm.
for AC.
And that would be an extra 4.
Yeah. So
I feel
I
like
mean, like
that would
in
be
middle ground,
pretty
threshold
nice.
and the AC would probably be the best idea.
Mhm.
Because there is stuff I can do. I can
So whatever we need to take out for threshold, we put that into the AC.
Yeah.
And
So
then
we just need to figure out which one it's worth taking out of.
And technically, we don't have to have all of our thresholds being the same.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, because we could have like the aft or the back or starboard.
And with a lot of speed, it'll be a little easier to manipulate. Where
Yeah, that's a good point.
so if we
yeah.
have it mostly on the sides, that's kind of like where we're probably going to be hit the most. Maybe the back of the back part, the aft, we don't have a whole lot on.
But what if they're behind us?
Well, then we move and we turn.
Yeah,
We can
That's
turn.
that's the
and then
point.
we take
Is
evasive action so that
Yeah.
we're on their sides. Yeah. I mean, at that point, it's like
That
then we do
these two in the front.
Can't turn and evasive maneuver in the same turn.
right. So I guess either way, you're either gonna have to do stuff like that, or we're gonna have to allocate points for something. So I
That's
mean,
fine. I'm just
what's
saying. I
yeah,
don't
you
think we
can't
should
do.
let the back be vulnerable because
commonly it's at the beginning of a battle, your front is in view, and that's the dangerous part because you're going into
Yeah,
the
so
battle.
that's part.
And once you get there, if you have a lot of speed, your aft will be what's probably facing them if you have a lot more speed than them because you're going to
that's what I was doing.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
So
less on the sides, more on the front.
or
and back.
less on one side. We just choose one thing.
What we don't. Yeah.
Well, you don't know, but that's the
Well,
point.
it may also just be easier for us to just go even.
Like even.
And then
And we
if
just
we
lower
are having
a little
all
bit.
4 sides, then it gives us a lot of flexibility so
Yeah.
that we can go, oh, do they not have the ability to shoot in front?
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna just fucking get right in front of them
Yeah.
and then
Take out.
and then
patcher who can redirect
yeah.
threshold
That's true.
or sides
That's a point.
HP.
That's true.
So
I say let's do that.
Let's just keep it even just so then because we've already done the numbers.
okay.
And then we can go
So we don't up the AC.
no, I think we drop we want to drop the thresholds for a little potential. So cheap in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we can do,
I say we just yeah, maybe we just keep the AC as is.
That's 14
Yeah.
well, we have 8 left over if we have everything.
with 6
So-
left over.
We have 6 left over.
You're gonna hit us, but will you hit it?
So if we got rid of like 1, 8, 10,
We could.
and then
Fix it Felix inside.
Yeah.
how much then we raised it up to 15,
Definitely think we should raise it slightly. But I
even
also
if it's by 1.
feel like we should talk to Zir a little bit and say, okay, comparing to what you know of like really good ships, are they going to just be getting in 20s every single time and our
So-
AC doesn't matter?
And that's a very good point. He will say like it's a little game breaking, but like the bastards, the breath weapon, breath ship, they're going to be rolling with plus 11s, so they're going to be rolling really high. But
So kind of.
you're not necessarily just fighting him, or you're in dogfight with 4 small ships, and they're all rolling with a plus 3. Now they hit on a 10 or higher, or whatever it is, like an 11 or higher. And now you've got 4 ships attacking with a high probability to hit. But then the question is, if they're smaller ships, will they even break your threshold?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's the catch-22.
I love it. I like this idea.
14? 15?
Well, so what were we taking them? I think we have left over.
Okay,
We could take. We have
If you guys
6
have
left
8,
over.
6 left over, you burn all 6. I'll allow you guys to go up 1 on the AC. Because I waited until the last second to tell you. So
So we just go up to a 15
I
and
think
just burn everything.
go to a 15 and burn everything.
Yeah.
Do we want to write things down now so that we can get it
It's gonna be our name.
set?
I think
we should do something that has to do with Ishtik a little bit. The House of something.
House of Dragons, because I think we should do
Like,
3 Age of
Dragons is a Game of Thrones.
No, we need 3 dragons in this battle because his ship's a dragon. Docking ship's a dragon.
Ship's not a dragon.
Well, tamed a dragon.
He became a
What
dragon.
weapon was stuck?
Yeah, it was a dragon.
That was a hammer.
The question is, do you want
It
to
was a
Yeah, I thought it was like a club and mace or something.
Yeah, it was a club.
So what
the House of Fun?
part? That's
A thousand heart.
Yeah, because the whole ship was the House of Spades.
Yeah,
So
Mm.
Keep it cards.
pretty. Okay, what do you guys want it to look like?
Mm.
the
That's right,
Yeah, it was 200.
How outlandish are we wanting to go?
right there.
Huh?
How outlandish are we wanting to
I
go?
think because
The only ask I have is that it has some it feels like cobble copper. It has some sails or some way that it floats. Threshold.
does that
No, it
is this okay it does have a threshold.
So we're going for speed. So we want to have a ship that looks
Mhm.
aerodynamic,
Uh-huh.
fast.
Still
I was thinking like
Creatures in Pardis are the faster ones.
We can obviously make it like
And I got
a little more narrow.
yeah.
that all
Full on.
We could go some sort of bird of prey inspiration.
Be birds,
I mean,
because we've had a couple birds along the way.
What I was thinking because
or like a
What-
phoenix.
what is our items again? The
Yeah,
And I can make a bunch of
we have
options.
the
Send that to
rail
me on
station,
Discord.
right?
I'll make a bunch of
And then we've got the
we have
molten.
the molten sail.
So we could do some sort of phoenix inspiration.
That would. I was thinking it would look like a submarine, like a little bit,
Oh,
like kind of like torpedo shaped,
Okay.
and then with a giant flaming like center sail.
Okay.
That would be.
Could it be like a submarine with sort of like bird of prey wings coming out? Like instead of having the normal like fins on the side.
do this. We have the face of a phoenix, and then the wings on the side of our cobble, or like our sails.
fire.
I mean, the molten could,
The molten would be the fire.
right?
Fire,
Because that weapon, in theory, it's all sides, but it could come out of like the beak.
So literally, you have a phoenix face, and then on the sides you have.
I don't know how like a face.
Yeah, what I mean, like before, but I mean,
They're gonna be sick though.
Or you'd be crazy no for that.
Yeah.
That giant molten.
some sort of beak. I mean, it's just
you sitting inside the
Yeah.
the beak
so
itself.
it's just like slightly open, yeah. In like a golden.
Do we want more spaceship-esque, or do we want actual like ship?
I think we kind of go with the ships designs that we've done so far, but
Okay.
they're like they're not. I wouldn't say they're like super futuristic, but they're kind of like
Steampunk.
I imagine them a little bit like Treasure Planet-y.
Mm,
So
such a good movie.
Yeah, I didn't want it to feel super like spacecrafty. They're supposed to feel like they're cobbled together.
So yeah, because it was 80 times 5.
Somebody like maybe write up what you're thinking, and then I'll.
I'm gonna send you a prompt.
I heard submarine.
That's right. Submarine with phoenix wings. But still.
But then we wouldn't have the sails here. We would
Right.
have them on the sides.
Right, because if we have like the phoenix wings
I'll send that one in.
or something,
Yeah, that's like.
but if we want to do like sort of submarine-esque, you know.
Well, again, if we're doing ship stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit more like this center, right?
But like,
It's more like an actual like bridge, like a skinny Zeppelin.
Cool. I like that.
If you were the top sails, we literally just have that. And we can have it move like actual wings.
Yeah, so whatever you guys want.
Thank you so much, though.
Well, I think he means like actual.
Like send me the image of it. We can use it,
Oh.
or you guys could be like, no, we're just choosing this one. I don't
Are
really.
you on Midjourney? Are you using Discord on Midjourney or no?
No, I'm
Uh,
on midjourney.com.
Okay, and have you tried the draft mode yet?
Yeah, I have.
It's very good.
It is. You have to create your.
Do you want me to send it to you?
It's 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Okay.
But my V7 profile. I'm tailoring it towards what I'm gonna do for my
Galaxy.
Galaxy's ring.
Do you want through DM, or do you want just in?
Either way, and I mean Mitchell's also very good at prompting,
I
right? Or
ran out of my gens. I'm using it for Fallout, so
This, I feel like we need it to be sleeker.
Yeah, slimmer. bigger fins, maybe, or like wings.
So we saw.
Here, you can throw up on there. You can watch. I think you should be able to.
I kind of want it to look like the crescent ship because I like the idea that we are rebuilding the crescent ship to be, you know.
Oh, so you want to kind of keep
Here,
the
I'm
shape a
streaming
little?
Abram in the chat.
Oh, okay. Wait, in the chat.
Yeah.
There it is.
Uh-oh, be careful of it. Look where he's gonna start making noise.
Yeah, that's. Why are we not seeing? Come on.
I don't think he's sharing.
Yeah, you're sharing your screen. Why are we not seeing?
You're sharing. Your
Yeah.
phone.
Oh, sure.
Is it because?
Because we're
Oh, it's
early
because
at-
this is the so it's technically on your account.
Yeah. Do you remember what the House of Spades original image was?
I'll try and look.
I couldn't search up spade and I couldn't find it.
I think it might be House of Spare.
That's what I was
Spare?
thinking. Yeah, it is House
House
of
of
Spare.
Oh, okay.
And it's just the sideways ship.
But Spare
sideways house.
Yeah, it's this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you guys like anything here, you can just be like, oh, this one, not this one, but
So we want to do a different name. That's also fine.
yeah.
Because if I misremember that.
Okay, that's kind of.
And if all of these are missing one aspect or another, you're like, hey, I'd really like it to have more
I think that's pretty.
fire wings or whatever you're looking for. I just did one with. Let me do we finally have it. Oh, okay.
I do like the shape of.
This
The
one's
top one.
fucking wacky.
Honestly, the top and the bottom, I like the shape of. If we could get some sort of like
Fire
wings
wings.
on the side.
I think
Bird wings and flaming sail.
The problem is getting a side sail is very hard to do.
Two separate things. Bird wings is one thing, and then the sails.
So flaming sail and bird wings on both sides, maybe.
This
Mixed wings on both sides.
are wants too.
Yeah, it's It's not gonna be perfect.
stunners on the wings.
Because I like the molten sail beam being like
It's on the
from the flowing behind us from the top or something.
like the wings are their own weapons, and then the molten sail is the molten,
Or the wings
These-
are just helping us be really fast.
Yeah.
And they're just feeding.
just aerodynamic.
Because we have risen from the ashes of the earth. That one's cool.
And if you really like one and go, oh, I just wish this had X, Y, Z, I can try to.
That last one is actually.
That's like a much more ship, if that's what you guys were thinking.
That actually is sick.
I really like that one.
Which one?
That
was fun.
Do we want to see if we can try and add?
You want to add wings?
Can we add wings?
It messes it up. Yeah,
Let's keep this one.
which is totally fine.
I mean, let me give it a shot.
Yeah, because I also like it being a smaller ship too.
Yeah, because it's aerodynamic.
I don't think I want like that big.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
It's not a cruise
This
liner.
looks really aerodynamic and cool.
It does, yeah. With like the burning sails, I like that.
I'll try using the draft.
Yeah, right.
Craft is also very headstrong.
You talk to it, right?
Yeah, you just talk to it.
Yeah.
And then when you do like an image, you can also be like, "Oh, change this from."
Yeah, that's what I did on edit for that ship. But now you can send it through.
I feel like
It's a little bit buggy, so you kind of have to ask it once or twice.
it's stubborn. It's a good point. Start doing that now.
Yeah, I ripped my head through. But even with that theme.
Want to.
How big is our ship gonna be?
I'll probably make it
Like
size.
comparable to that one?
Yeah, probably be about the same. Take up the same amount of space. It is not one to add wings on the side of this guy.
And if it doesn't want to, that's
Perhaps.
okay.
I could, if you guys don't hate this speed, the art instead, I can. That one might be a little easier because I can go straight on at it.
That one's cool.
Never got that.
I know, I was thinking about that.
It's okay. We don't need it.
Dude, you know how fucking cool his grave would have been?
Yeah.
That just look like like a warrior.
Tried to. This is dope. I tried to add both sides and it came up with this, which is just not what I wanted.
Oh, whoa! It's a crescent shape. Actually, kind of. It's the crescent shape that it was before.
That
I like
was
ship.
cool.
And then you can turn any which way to move.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks so unaerodynamic.
Oh yeah. It's probably going because that's the point. It's on straight, and then you turn.
It's on it's an immediate turn. Turn radius is on a dime.
Could be kind of sick.
so,
It was really cool.
I also like that we're just going with on fire.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's,
Well, they went castle, so I guess
you
nothing's
can
out.
do whatever you want.
Nothing's out of the.
This is so cool.
It's not adding wings. Maybe it's because the background dark or something.
I mean,
He's good.
Finally.
Well, if you guys had to pick one, is there one in here that's somewhat appeasing?
That one.
That's okay. The proper songs are good.
hmm I'd probably say for me personally, it's either this
I like
one
that one.
or the Crescent because I do dig the Crescent.
Yeah. I'm same boat.
I'm not partial to the Crescent. If it's the group build, then I'm fine going with it. I do prefer this one though.
Let's do that one
The
then.
thinner, yeah.
Let's just do that one then.
We'll wait. We'll wait till Steph's back just to double check. But yeah, I'm down.
I'll try to get those sales. I think I could probably get them, but it might be they might look really thick. But to get them in the AI art generator, but I go on to
to get this one.
yeah, the
done with
sales
it.
is the only thing I'm worried about. But I think you could go in and add a bunch of supports in Blender,
Gotcha.
and I think it'll work.
Okay.
All right,
No worries.
See ya.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks you. See you, man.
Put the chat which ship we choose.
Yeah, we might have to play a weekend again because I work next week. So
I think.
Guys, let me know the dates you got.
right. Sounds good.
Check the schedule and let you guys know.
Yeah, we could. I think we can do Saturday next weekend, and that's pretty much it.
We're seeing you Friday night, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you just come back over tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be back.
Working the long plan.
So we're deciding right now between this one and then that one. I think we're leaning towards